hate my shorts.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Dave Lee Down Under podcast. I'm of course your host Dave Lee and this is episode number 43. 43. Dave Lee, episode 43. It rhymes like Dr. Zeus. Ready? Oh, you can never hear it. You got to get the mic in the microphone. There we go. Ready? Try not to spill the water. There we go. Pretty pathetic. Water's gone everywhere. Of course, the podcast goes out every single Monday on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and Audible. A visual element is also available on YouTube. It goes out the same day, but if you're a patron supporter, you can get that on 2-day early access on the Saturday. If you head over to patreon.com/Dave Lee Down Under, that's as little as $1 a month. Cheap. Oh, it's worse every week.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So yeah, head over there. Little as $1 a month, you can support it, get all that good stuff. You can find me, of course. As I was supposed to say, video podcasts are now on a new channel. It's not really a new channel, but they're on another channel.
It's not now. It's
head over there. Yeah,
old hat now.
A little bit old. Head over there. If you're watching already there, hit the subscribe button. Give us the views. Get the watch time up. All that stuff. You know the drill. You can, of course, find me on the main YouTube channel, Dave Lee Down Under, over on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. Links in the description of every single pod.
every one
of them, except maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't put them in like the first one or like the pilot. I don't know, but every current one, every regular, henceforth into the future, they're there,
and some of the old ones,
as well. Yeah, if you want to write into the show, you can of course shoot an email to daveleepod@gmail.com, and if you are listening on the podcast platforms, we love it when you leave us a good review.
Only good ones.
Only good
Don't
reviews.
Don't like bad ones.
I know, I hate the bad ones. I hate the bad ones. Didn't get a good review this week, but we did get someone write in with a nice little thing. It's always nice to start off the show with a little bit of nice feedback. We got this one in. Yeah, we got this one in from Nathan Holton, who left this as a comment on one of the videos. He says, "I adore this podcast. Just a simple thank you. You make my Mondays every week. You don't know how much this helps my week. Just gives me a huge smile, and I'm zoned out from the world. Thank you for your positivity."
Oh, that's nice.
Give us a little heart emoji.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't that lovely? Thanks so much,
Thanks, Nathan.
We really appreciate
it, mate. We aim to put a smile on some faces.
Yep.
We put a grimace on others.
But that's at the end of the day, if we made one person smile every week, we're happy.
Exactly right.
So, thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to leave some good reviews like that on the podcast platforms, that's great. If not, just write it. Just write in the email, write in on the comments, whatever. We just love all the good reviews, not the bad stuff. Don't leave me bad reviews. Get out of here.
And we'll hunt you down if we do.
Yeah.
Did we beat it?
Yes, just.
Phew.
How good's that, huh? Oh, what a week. Hey, I want to just quickly open the show up. I know he doesn't listen to the show, but we do want to send our best wishes out to Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
And his family and friends and
all that.
An
issue during the week, didn't he?
Yeah, he collapsed. Well, the initial report was he collapsed on the set of Better Call Saul. They're filming, what's the final season, I think, at the moment. And he collapsed on set. They later said it was some sort of heart-related thing, whether it was a heart attack or some medical emergency. He was rushed off to hospital, and apparently he's like in a stable condition, but they're still monitoring him. Or
that's no good.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully he has a speedy recovery and all that stuff. Get back in good health and all that.
Exactly right.
Great guy, great actor.
Oh yeah, love.
We watched Nobody not long ago, which was fantastic.
That was good.
So good.
Jeez,
yeah,
that was good. He was born for that role.
Oh, absolutely.
Great role.
And of course, Better Call Saul is terrific. I love it.
Yeah.
And Breaking Bad. Everything else is done, all the comedy stuff. Yeah, great guy. So we just wanted to send our positive energy out into the world.
Yep.
No, he doesn't listen to the podcast. Who knows? He might be one of those ones that listens and never comments.
Ooh,
Doubtful. But look, yeah, we just want to send that positive energy out there to good old Bob Odenkirk. Wonderful, wonderful guy. Hey, we are out of lockdown.
Woohoo! Well, we're in what they call light lockdown.
Light lockdown.
Which means naff all, really.
Yeah. I had to go places. We just got, like, restrictions and shit.
Yeah, we can go out and do anything now, really. We can travel right through the state. We can't go interstate.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, we don't want to go interstate.
No.
In fact, we can, but they can't come here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank Christ.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's gone.
Keep them out of here.
It's gone crazy in New South Wales, Sydney.
What another nearly 240 today? 239 or something today?
Nuts. And a good chunk of these big, it was like 270 yesterday or something nuts like that. I don't know, something crazy.
No, I thought today was higher than yesterday.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, but
it was a lot.
But like decent chunks are in community.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yesterday there was like 60-something were in the community infectious.
And there were like 20 they didn't know whether they were in community or isolated.
Yeah.
It's like, it's madness. Keep those borders locked.
And I think they've announced lockdown for another month.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, nuts. It's real bad.
I don't know whether it's a real lockdown or a Clayton's lockdown. A Melbourne-style lockdown or a Sydney-style lockdown.
Oh, who knows? Oh,
when we do it in Melbourne, we do it right.
Yeah, well...
well, I don't know if it's right, but
hey, we crushed it. We crushed this. It got in from New South, and we crushed it in a week.
Well, it's
or 2 weeks.
We're the only place in the world that has crushed the Delta variant twice.
Yeah, nuts. Well, we registered 3 cases. We were doing like 20 in the 20s last week, and then we're down to like 3, or was it like 11, 12?
Yeah, it was 11 or 12.
And then this week, today, we record this on a Friday, so if you're listening on like Saturday when this goes out to patrons, or if you're listening next Monday, all these statistics are wrong.
Yeah.
So we're recording on the Friday, but this morning they registered, 3? And they were all in
lockdown.
All in isolation,
which is good.
Already. So we're doing okay. All the best. We do rib into our pals over in Sydney, but hey.
Yeah, but we feel for them. We know what it's like. We've been through more than anybody, and we know exactly what it's like for you guys up there, and hope you get through it okay.
Yeah, all the best. But we've been okay. We've been able to. Hey, we've been giving updates over the last few weeks. We had a few things that were looking to be cancelled. They cancelled our Dune trailer event a couple of weeks ago.
Mongrels.
Blessing in disguise, sort of though.
It was a bit.
Yeah. And then if you haven't been listening, it was like a 30-minute event at the IMAX.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like a 40-minute drive out, and then they play the trailer, play some behind the scenes footage and shit. So it was a bit of a blessing in disguise. We didn't have to go out to that. But our Jungle Cruise screener looked like it was going to get cancelled. They delayed it to what was last night, Thursday. Thankfully, it went ahead. So we got to go to Jungle Cruise.
Woohoo!
Yes, I got to see it on the big screen.
Yeah, it was good.
We'll talk a bit about this later, I think. I put it in there because there's a little bit to say about that. So we'll talk about more. We'll talk more about our Jungle Cruise experience later on because we'll talk about that soon. I also want to do another update, but just wanted to say at the top we did get to see Jungle Cruise in the cinema.
Yeah, it was good.
And then
it was reduced capacity.
Yeah,
it was only about half full.
Yeah, it was like.
So I think they were only allowed about 100 maximum. I think.
Yeah.
Cinema.
Another update. We're talking about YouTube just screwing over creators last week. We kind of got to the bottom of it, sort of. I think they were no help. Of course,
absolutely.
I was saying last week that I was like on the chat for ages, and they just kept giving me the same information I already knew. I'm like, yes, I know this. Please just give me confirmation if I filled in the form wrong, or whatever. And then they were like, oh, yeah, we'll get back to you. We'll get the international team back onto you later. And then that same guy replied back to me later and just gave me the same link, same information, copy and paste again. I was like, please give me confirmation. Someone else gets back and was like, oh, we understand this is a really serious situation. We really want to look into this. We're going to get onto our advisors and we'll get back. We'll get straight back to you. Another day passes. They get back to me and they're like, oh, we've chatted with our advisors and copy paste. Here are those links again. I thought, Christ. What's going on? So anyway, we just did as much digging as we could, and I figured out there was one little thing that I may have done incorrectly on the form, and it seems to have, that's recording.
Oh.
If it's red, it's recording.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I thought it was a bit odd.
No, it's recording. Well, I'm on there now for other reasons. Okay. Anyway, we had a little old mate thought we might not have been recording. But
I thought it was green when it was recording. But no, you're right,
red.
it's red.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I think there was something that I may have done wrong in the form, which I said last week was like, all I wanted to know. Have I done something wrong in the form? If I have, please let me know. And they just wouldn't tell me. But there was one little thing that may have been wrong. It seems to have reduced the tax further, like down a little bit, but I'm still paying some sort of tax. Yeah. I think, I don't know, but it should sort itself out.
Well, hopefully, because it was what I think you paid last month was 30% in tax to American tax, and have to pay tax on that again.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I've got that side down to like 5%.
But the odd thing is, we've got a treaty. We've got a tax treaty.
Yeah, but it breaks it down into 3 separate sections. So in one section, I have to pay 0% tax, but in this other section, where they're classing me as a television station because I have a channel on YouTube, they're taxing me for like entertainment or film and entertainment or some shit. So they're taxing me as a TV station. But because of that treaty, it gets that tax down a little bit. Yeah. To like 5%.
5%. But yeah, I think, my understanding is the Australian tax system, there'll be some way of getting around having to pay double tax. Well,
yeah, I think you then pay less tax. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. People don't care. We've got a big show. But yeah, we've figured out how to get it down a bit. I'm still onto it, but it's still just crazy.
And they're going to work out how to get that tax that you paid back.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. We'll figure that all out. Hey, this week I got another game show as well.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Well, I was on. I can't say what it is. I'm not allowed to like post anything about it. Yeah, no. But I was on one. Of course, I did the Weakest Link like a month ago. Yeah. I got on another one, and it looks like it could be like a recurring thing. I've done 2 episodes with them. Yeah. And then it looks like I can keep going on until something happens on the show. I can keep going back.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that was fun. I got to record it. It's a new show that's coming to television, and it'll be exciting. We'll say more about it when it goes to air, and I think it's going to be, I don't know, soon. I think they want to keep it like topical or something, so it's got to be.
I reckon it'll be the next. It was Netflix the other day. I don't think it had the date on it, but it was just coming soon. I think.
So anyway, I've done that.
So it'll be in the next 3 weeks.
I think it will be because they want it to be like really topical.
Yeah.
But again, can't say what it is or any of that.
Awesome.
Oh, geez, we got through that pretty quick. That was the what we've been up to section. How long did that take us this week?
I don't know. I can't.
12 minutes.
There you go.
Oh well. What have we been watching this week?
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, quite a bit. Well, my catalogues, I've again got my big stack of catalogue titles I'm trying to get through, and I kind of make like a little bit of progress, and then fucking big deliveries come in from the distributors, and I get put back. I got to watch one from my pile. Actually, no, I got to watch a couple from my pile this week. We watched, we'll talk about this in a moment, but we watched Hercules with The Rock over the weekend. And then I was like, yeah, not that version. The one with The Rock, remember?
Oh, yeah. Not Hercules.
No, not that one. Not the Nutty Professor, the clumps. It just put me in the mood for like some sword and sandals kind of movies, you know?
Oh, sword and
I was going to watch like Troy. It's like one of my favorites. I haven't watched it in a long time. I was like, no, you know what? I've got others out there I haven't watched. So I'm going to...
Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator watched a million times. You know,
I think I've only seen that once, maybe twice.
I've watched it a million, at least 3 times probably. I reckon maybe 3 times. But no, I watched... these are ones no one's going to give a shit about or... probably even know about a couple of older ones.
Yep.
Because I've got my watch list on Letterboxd, which is like 300 and something titles.
I've got to get onto that tonight.
You do. We keep saying. I've logged the watch list, which is like 300 titles. And then I thought, well, that only includes like my stack of catalog titles that I've been building up. And then we have another section of movies that we tend to watch on the evenings on like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. That's a separate section. So I've logged them in a separate list. There's another 400 of them. And then I realized, I haven't logged like all my classic movies, like 1910s through to like 1970s. Logged them, another 400 of them logged. So now I'm just kind of picking and going between. So I found 2 in like my classic section. There's one called Fall of the Roman Empire and one called Quo Vadis. They're both like older ones, like 50s. Yep. Quo Vadis was the first of the sword and sandal epics. they did in Hollywood, like the big budget Technicolor ones. But it's kind of, then Spartacus and Ben-Hur and all those movies came through soon after, Ten Commandments, and kind of overshadowed that. And then Fall of the Roman Empire was the last. I didn't realise it until I watched them, but there you go. So I kind of seen the bookends and I've seen the middles. They're both
all
good.
out of order, but
they're both good, but not great. They both had great, like, big casts. I couldn't tell you who because it's just blended in. Fall of the Roman Empire, though, had Alec Guinness in a terrific performance, and Sophia Loren.
I think I've seen the Fall of Rome Empire.
It's pretty good, but it's like there's a reason why you hear about Spartacus and Ben-Hur and you don't really hear
they used to play a lot of that sort of stuff on free-to-air TV, like on a Saturday afternoon and stuff. And as I said before, I used to often be at home with Mum. Just Mum and I would be home. All the brothers and the old man and stuff would be out doing other stuff, and I'd be at home watching old movies on telly with Mum.
Yeah, well, these
I'm sure that'd be one of them.
These were like 3-hour epics. So I was like up early on a Saturday morning. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to sit here and just watch 3-hour movie. Yeah. I like it. I like my
Took a day off, didn't you?
I did take a day off on Saturday, which meant we got through a lot of stuff.
It was good.
Which we'll talk about. Yeah, it's nice to take a day off, just every now and then. One that I did get to from my normal pile, it's one called Orlando. I don't think you would have seen it. It's got Tilda Swinton in it. I think it's like one of her first roles, maybe one of her like first major roles. It was like in 1992, and it's based on a novel. Let me find out. I can't remember the author. Virginia Woolf. Really strange, like quirky story. This is one that I bought recently. It was like $4 or $5 on eBay. I thought I'll check it out, and it's she plays. Of course, Tilda Swinton has that kind of androgynous thing, and the character starts as a male living in like Elizabethan times. She's a poet. Oh, sorry, he's a poet, and Queen Elizabeth. Is it Queen Elizabeth or Queen Victoria? It'll have to be Queen Victoria. Queen Elizabeth first makes this deal with Orlando that when the Queen passed away, she can have all the land and live on it and inherit everything. But there's like one stipulation, and that she has to be immortal. Well, he has to be immortal.
Oh.
And he kind of follows this character through these different lifetimes. It's just immortal, all these different generations. And then halfway through the movie, Orlando wakes up and he's a female. And has changed sexes and then lives another few lives as a woman. And it's just so weird and quirky. I really liked it. Really good film.
Yeah.
I'd be keen to read the novel. There's so many novels that I've got piling up. But yeah, really just strange movie. But I really liked it. It was only like 90 minutes long. Yeah, that's why I bought it. I was like, wow, it's got huge, like great ratings. I thought I'll check that out. And
check it out.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun. It's a very dark comedy, quirky comedy sort of thing as well. And just a strange movie, but I really liked it. I thought it was good. It's funny because the back of cover says 190 minutes on it. I thought, shit, that's long. I thought that's long. But it seems like that kind of movie, all this person goes through all these different lifetimes and stuff. I thought, it's an epic. And then I looked on IMDb and it was like, oh no, it might have been on my letterbox. It was like 90 minutes. I was like, oh, all right, I'll check it on.
Hour 34.
Yeah, that was good. I like that one. It was shot at the same place they shot The Favourite. We watched The Favourite not long ago. Yeah. Same estate.
Oh, really?
Same, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
So I was at 92.
Yeah, 92. It's quite good. She's fantastic.
Maybe I need to check it out.
Tilda Swinton's fantastic in that.
She plays a lot of those androgynous sort of.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Doesn't she?
Yeah, well, she was she played the, we call it the ancient one in Doctor Strange. Which was traditionally a male role in the comics, and then sort of played it a bit androgynous.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. No, she's great. I have her signature. There you go. Actually, I have the...
Where'd you get that from?
I got the whole cast of Doctor Strange on a poster.
Oh, that's
remember?
right. Yeah.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't realise she was on that.
Yeah, she's on there. Benedict Wong, Benedict Cumberbatch, Mads Mikkelsen's on there.
That was from
Kevin Feige, studio sent it over many years ago. Stan Lee is on there. I got Stan Lee to sign it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Who else is on there? Rachel McAdams is on there.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good one.
Yeah. So, I did take a day off, and it gave us a chance to just sit and watch movies all day.
Yeah, it was good.
So we watched, what one did we watch that day? Oh, we watched The Life of Pi. Yeah.
One of those ones we've had for years and have never watched it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's great.
Don't know why we waited so long to watch it.
I think because it's 3D and you have to be in the mood to watch 3D.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you get very sore eyes after a while.
Yeah.
But it was good. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really
liked
it.
The 3D effect on it was really
fantastic.
nice.
Well, it was filmed in 3D, so it was intended to be seen in 3D.
Oh, okay.
Well, you saw the behind-the-scenes footage where director Ang Lee was actually wearing the 3D glasses on set and watching the panels.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, well, sometimes we buy these 3D ones and they sit there and we get around to watching them and we're like, can't be bothered, just watch the 2D.
Yeah, that's right.
But there's certain movies where I'm like, well, it was intended to be watched in this way, so you got to watch it. That, Avatar, Hugo, which is another one that we took ages to watch, etc., etc. But we finally got to that. It was great. Really liked it. It's old now.
And it surprised me the glasses were all charged.
Yeah, I charged them not long ago for some reason. I charged a couple. I can't remember why. We must have watched something in 3D not long ago. Then we watched, that same day, we watched Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which was also in 3D.
Yeah, another one we've had for ages.
Yeah.
So we watched that in 3D too.
Yeah. No, I don't think that one was filmed in 3D, but it was one that I thought, that'd be good to watch in 3D, so we just held off on it.
And you could just see a little bit of fringing and ghosting and
wasn't
stuff
great.
like that on it.
Yeah, the post conversion wasn't great, but it was all right.
That was all right. It was fine.
Okay. Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was a better film than I expected it to be.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's Tim Burton, so he's always a bit...
So I'm not a huge Burton fan.
There's
not really much of his stuff that I
really
loved.
I love his old stuff. Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice.
Oh, Beetlejuice.
But fantastic. Some of his newer stuff has always just been like really rocky.
Yeah, with Johnny Depp being Johnny Depp.
Playing Johnny Depp as Johnny Depp, playing Johnny Depp. Exactly right. Johnny Depp playing Johnny Depp as Johnny Depp. Yeah. I thought that was quite good. I liked that. And then we watched, the night before that, we watched Hercules.
Yep.
The Rock, the Rock version. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah. That was quite good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah.
Different take on the mythos and whatever. Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I didn't expect much from it.
No, me either.
A lot of those sort of films where you don't really expect a huge amount from, but it wasn't bad.
It was good. And
a bit of fun.
That was another one we had in 3D, but we didn't watch it in 3D.
No.
We couldn't be bothered that night.
No.
But we checked that out finally. It was quite good. We watched Attack the Block on one of those evenings as well, because we're like, just put another one on, and this was like 75 minutes. It was like the shortest movie in our collection, or 80 minutes, or whatever it was. This is that English film with John Boyega, and the aliens come down, and then Nick Frost is there. I've heard people like saying, this is so great, like such a good movie, and I didn't really do it for me.
I don't think it was great.
No.
It was all right.
There's some good bits.
I enjoyed it.
Some good, hilarious, funny bits, and I don't know, I just don't think these like B-movie monster movies are really my thing.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not into those sorts of things normally anyway.
Yeah.
But it was all right.
It was okay.
It was what it was. And
they're doing another one. They're doing a sequel
fun.
now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Not with Boyega again.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if they did announce that. He's been radio silence from him since he lashed out at Disney, hasn't he? I was just thinking that the other day. I was thinking, I haven't heard from him. I'm sure he's doing something. I don't know. He's got a few things. There you go. Attack the Block 2.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of things in pre-production. That's all right. Good on him. That was okay. I didn't mind it, but it wasn't like as great as everyone just worked it up to.
No.
Who else was that? Was that, what's her name? Jodie, is it Jodie Whittaker? Yeah, Jodie Whittaker, who is Doctor Who. I think she's the current Doctor Who, or was the last one? I think she's the current one. I don't know. I didn't keep up with Doctor Who.
How do they get around the...
Well, Doctor Who, you know how they have all the different actors? Like, I know shtick all about Doctor Who. This is about the only thing I know. But you know how they have all the different actors? It's not like James Bond where they just keep replacing the actor. He has, like, this ability to, like, I guess, like shape-shift or some shit. So at the end of every season, or every time an actor leaves the role, they do this thing where he's like, I'm shape-shifting again, and then
hops in the phone booth. And...
or something like that, I guess. and then he I could be speaking absolute shit, but I think like at the end of that character's run, he'll do it in like the last episode, and then they'll reveal the new actor in that last episode, and then that's how they announce it.
And if you got that wrong, someone will tell you.
Yeah, I definitely will. But as far as I'm aware, that's how they do it. And they've done like crossover events where some of the past Doctors have come back, and there's like 3 or 4 of them like teaming up with some crap. I don't know. I can never get into Doctor Who. No, I can't stand it. No, it's that one thing where I'm like, I can't do this.
No, I can't do it. I've never been able to watch it.
It's that one thing. Like I've tried
slam for saying that.
I know. I've tried Star Trek, and I could push myself to like enjoy Star Trek to an extent. Doctor Who, I just can't fucking do it.
No.
I get people all the time, what are your thoughts on Doctor Who? Hey, do you have any Doctor Who Blu-rays? I usually just ignore it. But I'm putting it on the record now. I just can't do it. I can't do Doctor Who.
I've never been able to.
No.
And see, you mentioned Star Trek. I used to love Star Trek when I was a kid.
Yeah. That old series is great. That like 60s.
Yeah, with
Shatner and
Shatner
and
Spock.
Yeah. Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy. That's right. Yeah, no. I love that, but even I can't sort of really watch that anymore either.
No, it's all right. It's fun.
We went through a period where we bought most of the movies, didn't we?
Yeah, we bought all the movies. We bought the series,
and we thought we'd need to sit down and watch them all.
That didn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
I know. Well, it'll happen one day, I'm sure. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
We'll put it in the pile. So anyway, there we go.
That pile will be too big.
I know, it is already too big. Definitive answer on Doctor Who: can't do the show. Can't do it. The one thing they're doing these gorgeous box sets of it now, and they have been for like the last 2 or 3 years. Previously, you've only been able to buy the Doctor Who series in like story arcs, so they'll sell like 3 or 4 episodes at a time on DVD. And it's like it's been going for years and years. Yeah. It's like the 60s or whatever. So each story arc is like you buy a DVD, it's like 3 or 4 episodes and that's it. But now they've gone back, they're all remastered in HD and they're releasing them they're kind of like jumping around. So they do like season 16, then do season 12, and then do 18, whatever. But the box sets are gorgeous, like really beautiful, big fold-out things and all this junk in it, and the artwork on them is stunning. I was like, if I was a Doctor Who fan, I'd be fucking loving it. I'd be loving it. But I was like, no. But yeah, they're beautiful. Some of the older series got lost too. I know the BBC dumped like so much shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, BBC, obviously in the early days of TV, archiving wasn't really a thing.
Yeah, that's right.
But so a lot of old television series got like trashed over the years, yeah. So there's like all this... I don't know, like I want to play this again. We don't need this again. Get rid of it, sort of thing. Or where they get lost in the archives, or there's fires, all this kind of shit. And there's like
it's probably easier to save shit now.
Yeah,
an archive now.
Yeah. So a lot of the older Doctor Who stuff's missing. It's lost. Some of them they've recovered like audio files, or they've recovered scripts. Some of them they've like animated. They've done like animated films based on the older scripts that the series have been lost. Yeah. I think sometimes they've had old audio that they've been able to apply to animation, or I don't know. Anyway, it's Doctor Who conversation. Get out of it. One other movie we watched one other movie we've watched this week was Like a Boss. I've been warned by so many people, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Rose Byrne, Tiffany Haddish, Selma Hayek. Mm-hmm. What do you think of this one?
Let's move on.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was just something late at night, and
it was okay.
Didn't matter if we fell asleep because it was just trash. Anyway.
I like all of them. I really like Rose Byrne and I like Tiffany Haddish, and they were really fun together.
And I like Selma.
Yeah, you like Selma, of course. They're great. I think they're great, and they worked really well together. I'd like to see them do more stuff together, but this was it wasn't fantastic. It wasn't a great movie, but it was okay. It was all right, enjoyable enough.
That's probably not got a great rating either, has it?
No, it's terrible.
No,
like 4 point. It's an absolute shite.
Absolute
shite.
Yeah, no, it wasn't great.
Yeah,
and the gob full of teeth that Selma had was awful.
Oh yeah, like
she looked buck teeth.
It could be her real teeth.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't her real teeth.
Don't know.
No way.
Television wise, this week. We watched, how many episodes of Chernobyl have we watched? 3.
3 or 4?
3. 3, because we've got 2 left.
Sure?
Yep, absolutely. Because we watched one night.
Maybe. Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, and then this week we did 2 in a night. We've only sat down and watched it once. Yeah. Sorry, twice. We've done 3. We've got 2 left.
Yeah. It's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And I said last week that I thought I'd only watched like 2 episodes of it. I think I'd watched all 3 before.
Okay.
Because, of course, there's a lot of stuff I watch.
You watch it overseas?
Yeah, I watched it overseas with Alicia. A lot of stuff. Well, me and Alicia will sit down and watch a few episodes, and then she gets bored, and she's like, "Oh, I can't be bothered." And then, by extension, I end up just not watching it. So it's odd, though, because there's only 2 episodes left that we just stopped with, like, 2 left. I don't know why. I should have just been like, come on, just watch the last 2. Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
Finally going to watch them. It's really good, though. Very good.
She probably didn't like the flesh falling off people.
She's fine with that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think she just found it boring. She thought it was, like, boring.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's good. I like it. Dramatic.
I like
great
it too.
Flash. Great. The what do you call it? The
visual effects. The makeup.
Yeah, cosmetics is the word I was looking for. Yeah, it's really good. Very good.
Yeah, no, it is really good.
Great little
really
series.
well made.
Yeah.
Well scripted.
Mm-hmm.
The thing you still got to get your head around, this is in Russia and they're all speaking English with English accents.
Yeah, and then they pick up like a newspaper. It's all Russian writing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's always like it's like the rule in Hollywood where they say, oh yeah, they're actually speaking Russian, but it's been translated as you're watching it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So you'll find a lot of these things where they're like, oh, we're playing Russians. They will hire just a bunch of English actors. So they usually hire like a group of people with the same accent. So it's like Amadeus. They had everyone who was German speaks with an American accent, and everyone that is Italian speaks with an English accent. Something like that. There's like rules, so they make these weird rules.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah. So if you rewatch
with
it,
Amadeus, I didn't really realise that.
So a lot of films will adopt that rule. That's like, okay, if we've got this people are part of, these people are Russians, we'll just cast a bunch of English actors as the Russians, or
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't know.
There you go. So we finished Deadwood a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
The Deadwood.
Thank Christ.
Deadwood's gone.
Yeah.
Purged it from our lives. Well, not quite.
Well, not quite. We've got to send it off yet.
Yeah, we haven't sent of course, James, one of our subscribers, won the Deadwood competition, which was our DVDs, getting rid of them.
Season 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, not the movie.
No.
Just the 3 seasons. So we're going to send them out. We're going to send them out last week, but then the lockdown happened and it's just not happened. So we'll get them out this week. James, if you're listening, we'll send them out very soon.
They'll be in the mail early next week.
Yeah, they might already be in the mail. Who knows? By the
time
time
I say
hear
early
this.
next week.
Well,
actually, Friday today.
Yeah.
This goes out Monday. So yeah, they're probably
it might
in the
be
mail.
in the mail. Yeah, there you go.
Might even do it on.
Although he's a patron, so he might be listening on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It'll be on the way soon.
It's on its way.
You'll
have it within a week, probably.
So last week, there's been this ongoing discussion, like,
but then Australia Post, who knows?
Well, yeah, exactly. There's been this ongoing discussion. Oh, what do we do? What are we going to watch next? What's our show? We had a few leading contenders, and we chose Mad Men. So I'd like to.
I
should have, but we chose it last week. We said we're going to watch Mad Men, and we're going to be doing. We're going to do Mad Men Mondays.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'd like to welcome you to our new segment, which is called the Mad Men Update.
Hey, Mad Men Monday Update.
There you go. It's a brand new little jingle there. Thanks to old mate Rick for recording the.
That's quite good.
Want to hear it again?
Yeah. I just recorded the
water.
The water and ice there while I was putting together a bit of a drink for myself.
Yeah. So we started Mad Men.
Yes, we did.
On Monday, we thought it's Monday. We've got to watch an episode of Mad Men. And it's going to be Mad Men Mondays from here on out.
Yep. For about another 300 weeks.
Well, yes. So it's 90-something, 95 episodes or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But surprisingly...
Out of the blocks.
So surprisingly... Huh?
Out of the blocks we were.
What do you mean?
Did you know what out of the blocks meant?
No, I don't.
We had a good start.
Oh, we did get a good start. Oh, yeah, of course. We did get a good start because we kind of broke the rule a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It became Mad Men Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursday. Yeah. Got 5 episodes.
Yeah. It's better than that other shit.
So much better than Deadwood. Like the first 10 minutes of Mad Men, I'm like, I'm hooked already.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
it's
got
good.
a good show.
It is good.
So apologies for everyone who loves listening in and us like dragging on a show every week. Yeah, we're enjoying it. It's good.
When it gets down to probably season 3 or 4, it might get a bit.
Who knows? We'll see.
Who knows? But at the moment, it's really good.
I think the fun in this one for these guys, though, is still the idea of us just watching this completely outdated, just completely irrelevant program that we sit down and review every week.
Yeah.
And it's Mad Men. And we'll see. But look, we got off to a real good start with Deadwood. Remember watching like 2, 3, 4 episodes a week, and then we're like, fuck, I'm burnt out on this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see what happens. Follow our journey.
Yeah.
Follow our journey.
No, that's good though.
Because we figured that we started watching this a long time ago. This is why we chose this one.
Yeah.
Because we were probably watching this around the time we first started Deadwood, I reckon, around that similar sort of time. And we watched a little bit of it, a couple of seasons, and I remember I was studying year 12 at the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time we were watching it, I was doing homework and all that kind of shit, and it was just on in the background. So I never really focused on it. And then you just completely stopped watching it. And I realised that was because it was still on TV at the time. So
was it? Yeah, it would have been.
Because it went for like 5 seasons. I think it's one of those ones that had like the half season at the end as well.
It finished about 2014 or 15.
Yeah, not long ago. Well, I say not long ago. A little while ago. But it lasted a while. So if you look it up, went from 2017 to probably 2014. Maybe it was 7 seasons.
2007 to 2015.
Yeah, how many seasons did it do? This was one that got caught up in the writers' strike as well.
Yeah, it was a 2013 or 12 or something?
12, 13. So seven seasons, and that 7th season was cut in half. So that's one of those ones that has like the part 1, part 2 Blu-ray release, DVD release.
Yeah.
Might be like a double-length season, I'm not sure. But yeah, we're enjoying it. So what I realized was the original DVD box set you had of it was like seasons 1, 2, and 3. And I was thinking, like, why did we only have that? And then I thought it's because it was still on at the time, and that's all that was available at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we must have just stopped watching and never picked back up.
We've bought it all now, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got it all on Blu-ray now. So we're going to just smash through it.
Yeah.
Get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And the good thing for me is because I worked in advertising for 30-odd years, I sort of can relate to it a fair bit.
Yeah.
Although that was set in the 60s, 1960 to 70, something like that.
The same. Yeah.
It wasn't quite like that here
as
it is there. But I can tell you some stories about
run into similar characters.
About some shit that went on, late 80s, early 90s, all that sort of stuff.
So far it's enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's 5 episodes down of Mad Men.
It sort of reminds me of an older show that I used to watch called what was it?
30-something.
30-something. Yeah, 30-something.
Yeah,
and that was sort of a similar. Had sort of a similar sort of feel to it.
Yeah.
With that was sort of I think a couple of those guys were in advertising as well, and that was just a group of 30-something 30-something-year-olds with young families and all that sort of stuff. And that was a really, really good show too.
Yeah.
So I might have to dig with that out and have a bit of a look at that and see how it held up.
Well, you got 1 season.
It's probably really bad.
Probably. It's the one that not many people would even know about these days, I think.
5 episodes in a week. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, there you go. So that is this week's Mad Men update.
Awesome.
Beautiful. You're going to be hearing a few new sound effects today, actually. Yeah. I've revamped the show today. This is very good. But I realised as we were doing this, what we've watched, I didn't do a little jingle for, so I got to do a little jingle for that next week.
Okay.
But the rest of the show, stay tuned. It's going to be exciting today. So next up, something else that we did kind of watch, we did watch this week. We mentioned at the top, Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, did we do that one?
Mad Men, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
We've done Mad Men, just done that.
No, I just saw 3. I thought 3.
Yeah, because I wrote that last night before we watched another 2. Yeah. There you go. So,
Jungle Cruise.
We watched it. We watched it twice.
Yes.
Well, because, interestingly, after we put on Like a Boss, we're like, oh, let's watch Like a Boss, just an easy movie to throw the night out, whatever, fall asleep. It was a little bit late at the time. By the time that finished, it was like 11 o'clock.
Something like that.
I was on Twitter. The Jungle Cruise embargo had the social reaction embargo lifted.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the American critics had seen it by that point. But I saw a couple of Australian critics put in their thing, put in their review, their reaction on Twitter. Hang on a minute, how are they seen it? And then I thought, oh, they're interstate. Maybe they, because we've been in lockdown, maybe they got to a screening. And I thought, hang on, they're in Sydney. So I'm thinking, what's going on? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to check my screeners app because I have like a special app where Disney sends all my screeners to. Yep. All the studios have their own apps. So I got on. Fucking Jungle Cruise. I thought, what? Jungle Cruise? What is going on? And I thought it's there. Usually when they give me a screener, they'll send like an email. Might be like an automatic email, which is like, congratulations, you've got Jungle Cruise. Here's all the details on the embargo, all that shit. I didn't get anything. So I reckon I'd been sitting on there for at least maybe like 2 or 3 days because I think it went out to American critics like on the Friday, which could have been like the Thursday. So it was there probably since Thursday. I could have watched Jungle Cruise like Thursday, but we found it at 11 o'clock on what was like Sunday night. Yeah. Which is usually like a nice, that's why we like, let's just put on Like a Boss and then we'll fall asleep and
something easy.
And I found it at 11 o'clock and I thought, fucking hell, Jungle Cruise. And then I thought, I'll watch it tomorrow because the review embargo wasn't up till Wednesday. I thought, I'll watch it Wednesday. And I had a better look. I was like, fucking hell, expires like 9 a.m. the next morning. It's like, oh, shit. I'm going to have to watch it now.
Yep.
So by the time we got it on, it was like 11:30. So we watched this 2 hour plus movie, 11:30 on a Friday night.
Sunday night.
Sunday night. But oh fuck, it's great. I was like, oh, I'm loving it. I'm watching Jungle Cruise. But the silver lining. It's like a sound, like silver lining sound. Oh fuck, little sound effect. Silver lining was I went to bed. I put out my little social reaction. Oh, fuck it. I'll just throw away one. Disney's Jungle Cruise has filled the pirate-sized hole in my life, left me begging for more lavish, non-IP, a term I use pretty loosely, pictures from the studio. A fun and exciting, pulpy romp with terrific leads that feels just like the Disney adventures we grew up with. And just before I went to bed, one of the producers liked the tweet and shared it. Oh, it's nice. Thank you for sharing. And then someone named Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson liked it. I thought, oh my gosh. And then I looked, it was just some random Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson fan account. I thought, damn it. I thought I had like a like from The Rock. Went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and my Twitter was like on fire. Like so many likes. I was like so many notifications down the bottom. I was like, what the hell is going on? I looked through. The real Rock. Quote tweeted. The real Rock. At The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I had to double check though. I was like, it's going to be some idiot again. Yeah. It's the real guy.
It was really him.
He says, cheers. Gives me like a little alcohol glass emoji.
Yep.
This was our goal. Nostalgia and adventure of movies from a special time and era, including Romancing the Stone and African Queen. Mahalo for recognizing. Love the term pulpy romp. I was like, I can't believe it. I didn't even tag him in it or anything.
No,
the funny thing
obviously was, saw the producers.
Well, he's either seen the producer tweeted that, or maybe he just went searching through like the hashtag Jungle Cruise, or maybe sometimes what happens is the studio, maybe studio PR goes through the hashtag and then will send the producers or the talent might send them like a document which is like, these are the people who have. No, we've verified they've seen the movie, do what you want. So maybe then they go and retweet it. Or maybe he's just sitting there, just scrolling through Twitter and goes, oh, you like this one.
You can see him doing that too. You can see him sitting back in his chair, flicking through his phone.
So, yeah, I thought that was really cool. Anyway, so I had to, I just wrote back. I was like, I don't know what I said, whatever. I gave him like a little alcohol emoji back. So I've had like a little digital, like little cheers with The Rock. But
awesome.
I've said many times, love The Rock, and he's one of those guys that has got his, as you would say, he's got his fingers in everything.
Yep.
And his work ethic
is incredible.
Is so incredibly admirable.
Yeah.
And I say that a lot.
Regardless of what you think of any of his films or anything like that, because there's obviously a lot of people out there that don't like what he does because it's just all the same.
Yeah.
And then you got people who absolutely love him.
Yeah.
And then you got people like us who will take it
or
leave it depending on how good or bad it is. You've got to admire the guy's work ethic. Yeah. You have just got it because he just, he's just always working.
Yeah.
And he's always got 2, 3, 4, 5 things going at the one time.
Movies, TV.
Produces a lot of shit, everything.
He's got is it tequila? He's opened like a tequila.
Oh, I'm not sure.
He does his own like brand of tequila, and he goes back to, I don't know if he has for a while, but he goes back to wrestling occasionally.
Yeah.
He's just great. I think he's just fantastic. He's just someone who's just like, fuck it, I'm just going to do everything I can.
Yep.
Great. And to have one of the biggest movie stars in the world, if not the biggest movie star right now.
Well, at one stage he was the highest paid in the world, wasn't he?
I think so, because of all the,
Just all his fingers in every pie that he had.
And we spoke about him last week. We were talking about the Young Rock series, which we watched, which we really liked. We just rebought Ballers, the whole series of Ballers. And what else? There was something else we mentioned him for last week. Oh, he's just left Fast and Furious.
Yeah, that's right.
We just watched all the Fast and Furious, so he's kind of been... So anyway, I think it's just pretty cool to get like a retweet and what do you call it, a quote tweet from one of the hardest working guys in Hollywood and one of the biggest movie stars in the world, and just a great guy.
Well, if it was actually him that done it, that's more work that he's doing.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Sitting there and just PR, just doing the PR work for the studio. Get the movie out there. Yeah, shit.
Good on him.
Awesome work. So anyway, we saw the movie, we saw the screener on Sunday night in kind of like a half delirious state in the middle of the night. I did my review. I got that out on Wednesday. So if you want to know my full thoughts on the movie, you can check out the review. But then we also got to see it yesterday, last night at the time of recording this, the Thursday night. We got along to the special event preview screening. Oh, you got me yawning now. It's yawning. I'm yawning. Infectious.
It's just warm in here. That's all.
Yeah.
Warm anyway.
Yeah, I know. So the studio held this special event screening, which was on the day of release, which is why they changed the name from preview screening to special event screening.
Yeah.
But they still did a little thing. It was nice. They had like a good lavish setup and gave us some cupcakes and popcorn and drinks, all that kind of shit.
Choc
tops.
Nice.
Choc top, yeah.
And they had little plates of food, jungle food.
Yeah, some little caterers came out, gave us lanyards, Jungle Cruise merch,
Yeah.
little lanyard with one little pass on it. It's great. Really, really good event from Disney, Australia.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you for putting that on.
Yeah.
Now we've been talking about, I've been needing to update everyone on my jungle, because the dress code was jungle chic.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't always do like a dress code. So when they do, I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got on Cotton On website a few weeks ago and bought like a $15 jungle shirt. It's like a Hawaiian shirt kind of thing with like jungle shit all over it. So that'll be good. I'll wear that with like a pair of chinos, like cream chinos, and just look jungly. Lockdown.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, I'm not going to get my shirt.
Which meant all retail was closed.
All retail closed? Well, not all. Some was still open for click and collect.
Click and collect. Depends on what it was. Things like JB.
Yeah. Cotton On would not, unfortunately. Even though it did dispatch. I got an email that said it was... Oh, no, my order status on the website said it had dispatched.
Yep.
So I was hoping, hopefully I can go in and get a click and collect, but they were closed. And there was this like, is the screening going to be on at all? Is it going to be going ahead? Whatever. I was thinking, am I going to be able to get my shirt? And then I get confirmation once we're out of lockdown, yes, the screening's going ahead. And like, now I need to get my shirt from Cotton On. So I'm like trying to ring them, and I got through to them like yesterday morning, the morning of the screening. I was like, do you have my order? And they're like, no, sorry. I got a text message like about half an hour before we came on to record today. Hi, Dave, your order's in.
It's only a day late.
I know. I thought, no, bad timing. Such bad timing.
That's funny.
So I didn't get my jungle shirt.
Like it wasn't a $70 shirt.
I know. So I ended up wearing just like a nice green shirt that I found in my cupboard, which God knows how long it's been in there. I've never worn it. I don't remember having seen it. But it's a nice shirt. Put that on.
That's
with
a
my
nice
pants,
shirt. Really nice
and it did the job. I don't think I saw anyone else in a Hawaiian shirt, so I might have looked like a bit of a knob. So again, it might be one of those just silver lining moments, blessing in disguise. That seems to be happening to us a lot.
I think there was one guy there, probably around about my age, that had the coloured hair.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a bit.
I think he had a bit of a wild and crazy shirt on.
Yeah, but other than that, there was really not anyone else. So maybe blessing in disguise. But I will still go and pick it up because I used birthday vouchers on this order, and I think it was like $20. I bought a bunch of other stuff. I feel bad about returning anything at the moment, especially in pandemics and shit, and all the retailers taking a bit of a hit. And I've used vouchers on it anyway, so I'm going to get it, and I will wear the shirt on the podcast next week, so I can show off my jungle shirt. I'll be able to claim it on tax.
That's why. That's why you wear it on the podcast.
No, but everyone out there is so interested. I had someone message me on Instagram last night. And the guy does reviews and stuff on Instagram. A guy by the name of Peter Walkden from Walkden Entertainment. And he goes, Dave, you got to wear your jungle shirt. I was like, no, unfortunately, this is not it. This is not it. So I'll wear it next week. We'll have it on next week. Anyway, we did see Jungle Cruise. I loved it. You've heard my thoughts on it. What did you think about Jungle Cruise?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, fun?
Good fun, pulpy romp.
Yeah.
No, it is good fun.
Yeah, it's good fun.
It's not a hard film to watch. And having done the ride, as well, you can sort of see where they got their inspiration from and all that sort of shit, you know. And excuse me, and all those really corny little jokes that The Rock comes out with. Was really good because that's what you cop on the cruise. But no, I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
Good fun. Second time round?
In fact, I liked it more second time.
Yeah, so did I.
First time I watched it was a bit. I thought, no, I'm not sure what I feel about it.
Yeah.
I know I enjoyed it, but I didn't know how much it was like. But then watching it again last night, I was like, actually, this is actually good fun.
Yeah, I really.
It's not the greatest film ever made,
exactly right.
But it's just a bit of fun.
I loved it. I like that kind of just fun, easy, stupid, brainless adventure stuff like Pirates or whatever else, or any of those classic pulp films. But
sort of around that 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, so that's like a 4 out of 5, 3.5, 4 out of 5.
3.5, something like that.
I gave it, again, I usually give ratings that are probably far too high than the movie deserves. I gave it like a 4.5 just because it just was what I expected out of it.
Yeah.
And I had fun. Yeah, I had fun with it. But again, if you want to check out like my more in-depth thoughts, there is a review over on YouTube. I was very happy. But that actually begs the question that we both enjoyed it more the second time round. And I have to wonder if that's whether we just enjoyed... We had more time to absorb it, just sit and relax. Maybe it wasn't because we were watching it at 1 o'clock in the morning, or whether the going to a cinema and seeing a movie on the big screen and being in that environment and that element does elevate your experience with a movie.
Oh, I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it does. Because you're there with other people and you get other people's reactions and all that sort of stuff, whereas you sit at home and watch something like that, which it doesn't have to be seen on a big screen because there's nothing outlandish about the visual effects to warrant that. But it's the reaction of people around you and just the whole event, the whole enjoyment of the event, I think.
So that's interesting because it's been the big question about this whole streaming versus cinemas debate. Oh, why do we need cinemas when we can just watch it at home? Yeah. There's a very different way, not only in the experience of watching something on the sides of the screen, but there's something to be said about that experience that you have with the movie.
The whole event, having to hop in the car and drive into the city and, all that sort of stuff, So that's
interesting.
You can't replace that.
No, exactly right.
You really can't.
I think it's just that environment just helps you get into it a bit more and just appreciate it more. Yeah. The interesting thing is one of my major kind of criticisms with the movie first time around was the special effects I found were a little bit wonky, particularly on the leopard, some of the more fantastical characters. I didn't notice it so much on the big screen.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, you're probably right.
Like the leopard, which I thought looked dreadful at home, I thought was fine.
Yeah.
So again...
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but you're right.
So again, it's that idea of even just watching something on a small screen, the compression that you might get from that streaming service, maybe it throws out, maybe there's something like this minor difference in the frame rate or anything can just throw off special effects or what. But seeing it on the big screen was totally fine.
Yeah,
I didn't really have the issue with it.
Just thinking about it now, when you're watching on the screen, you can quite distinctly see that it's a special effect.
Yeah.
Whereas last night, it wasn't as noticeable.
Yeah.
You knew it was a special effect, obviously,
obviously,
but it wasn't as noticeable. Like even just the movement of the leopard.
That's
leopard.
Yeah, it's a leopard.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So, like, the frame rate, if there's a difference in frame rate, that's going to affect the movement of the character and just throw it off a little bit.
Because it looked, the movement of the leopard last night looked more natural.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes you get like with the special effects, you get that separation of the layers, and you can you can tell the background from the.
I think a lot of that comes from the compression of whatever. Like you might be watching it on a streaming service, a bit compressed or whatever.
But you didn't really notice that so much last night. No, it all blended sort of fairly well.
Yeah, interesting. So, well, it's a lot of people have been screen recording scenes from Black Widow and posting them on Twitter. Obviously, the movie gets compressed when it goes on to Disney+. The movie gets compressed again when you screen record it. The movie gets compressed wildly once it goes through Twitter's fucking compression thing. And then by the time it's on Twitter, it looks like absolute shit. Yep. And people are like, look how fucking bad this movie is. Look how shit the special effects are and stuff. Has been his whole thing. People are like, you look how much you've compressed the file. Of course it's going to look like absolute shit. It's another like kind of case of that, I think. I thought it was fine. I thought it was to see it on the big screen and say, you know what, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, fine. So I'll take back that criticism.
It's an interesting thought. I just didn't think about it until you mentioned it. Yeah. But you're right. I mean,
I remember last night looked at the leopard. I thought that looks nowhere near as bad as it did on.
And
even
the snake, the snake guy.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Those characters they looked pretty shit the other night.
Yeah.
But last night it was fine. I didn't have.
They almost looked cartoon-like.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
They're
watching it here. But then it was not that noticeable.
No.
As noticeable.
Now, the screener we watched again, as I said, was not on Disney+. And I think the screener we got was not like 100, was not the greatest quality. So I think on Disney+, it's probably going to look better than what it did on my screener. But yeah, there's something to be said about that. It would be interesting to sort of bring up.
Good observation there.
Yeah, there you go. It's those observations that keep people coming back to the podcast. We might speak some shit a lot of the time, but other times...
A lot of the time.
But other times we have some interesting things to say, I think.
That's a relevant one, I suppose.
Yeah, I thought so anyway.
Anybody else that has seen something in the cinema and then on the small screen? Like streamed something? Yeah. Let us know if you feel the same.
Go ahead. Right in.
Do that.
A quick shout out to... Sorry, just grab something. Quick shout out to the partners of the channel. Yep. Kicks.com.au, of course. You can head over there and get 15% off your entire order using Dave15. This is like your entire order, including pre-orders, sale product, all that. Of course, I've teamed up with them because of the fairly recent release of the Indiana Jones full movie collection on 4K ultra high definition. Head over and buy that or whatever the hell else you want from their website. And that is until September. You can use that code. Also, my good friends over at Random Space Media, who are doing really fantastic Blu-rays and stuff that are not available on general purchase most of the time. I've been talking about these over the last few weeks. Well, you can see them out there, but if you're listening, you can't see them anyway. But they've just released. These are the ones I've been talking about recently. We've got the 4K plus 3D collection of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Only place in the entire world that there is a 4K plus 3D release of that, I believe. Same goes with Venom. There's a 4K 3D release of that right there in my hot little hands. Beautiful. And there's Jumanji, The Next Level, talking about The Rock. One of the installments in his Jungle trilogy, which includes The Rundown, Jumanji, The Next Level, and
Welcome to the Jungle.
And, Welcome to the Jungle. And that's The Rundown is Welcome to the Jungle. You've ruined my joke. So the Rock Jungle trilogy, which includes The Rundown, Jumanji, and Jungle Cruise. It's his Jungle trilogy. Yeah. So anyway, fuck. We got Jumanji: The Next Level on 3D. I believe it's the only place in the world that's been released on 3D, which is awesome. And they've released French Exit, which is this new film with Michelle Pfeiffer and Lucas Hedges. That does not come in 3D. No. That's just 2D. Just 2D. But apparently it's very good. It's like a drama comedy kind of thing. Looking forward to checking that one out. So you can go and pick them up from randomspacemedia.com. Is it .au? No, I don't think so. I think it's just .com. Random Space Media. I have to double check before I feed false information. randomspacemedia.com. They've just revamped their website too, which is awesome. They've got a mailing list. They've got social medias now.
Awesome.
Twitter. No, they're not on Twitter. They're on Instagram and Facebook, so you can go and check them out too, which is awesome. They're fantastic. They've got some great stuff coming up too that I can't talk about, but yeah, some good stuff coming up. All right. Hey, it's one of my favourite segments coming up.
Yeah.
We like to play a game.
Oh, yes.
I want to preface it this week, though, because there's an actor who got a little bit of controversy online during the week.
Mm.
He went to this guy by the name of John Barrowman, who is an English actor. You may recognise him from our favourite, Doctor Who. Torchwood, which was a Doctor Who spin-off.
I wouldn't know who the hell he is.
Yeah. I think he's been in like some of the Arrowverse programs from DC.
Sorry, what was his name?
John Barrowman. He does a lot of theatre work. I know him because he does a lot of like the talk shows and the game shows and stuff in the UK, like Celebrity Juice. He's someone I think you would recognise, but he's one who's like I can't place what he's been in.
Him?
Yeah. No recollection?
No. Don't know.
Oh, there you go. John Barrowman. I think I only know him from like Celebrity Juice. Anyway, he went to see M. Night Shyamalan's new film, Old, during the week or over the weekend. And
funny.
He decided to post his little review online.
So I do recognise him now.
You do?
A couple of these photos, yeah.
So anyway, this was his little online review for M. Night Shyamalan's Old.
We just came back from the movies. We saw Old, M. Night Shyamalan, and it was shite. Utter shite. So bad, I got up, asked for our money back, and what did I get?
Money back.
I got the money back because they said, usually within the first 30 minutes, we give the money back. The movie didn't do anything for 2 frickin' hours. It was shite. What was it, Scott?
It was marvellous.
What was it?
It was a bit of an endurance, really, wasn't it?
An endurance that will never get back. 2 hours of her life. It was shite. Don't bother going to go see it.
There you go. So that was his review of M. Night Shyamalan's Old. He posted it on Twitter. He tagged M. Night Shyamalan in it. He tagged the studio in it. He railed out on it in the tweet as well.
He won't do any work with
his feed was just like people just like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, there's one thing to say you didn't like a movie. It's another thing to fucking go on this tangent like this. Tag the artist in it. Tag the studio in it. You're an actor. You're in this industry. Like, how unprofessional is right. that? And on top of that, to go to the cinema and during a pandemic where they've been fucking closed for a year, they've lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
You've gone there. You've experienced the whole film, and at the end you go, give me my money back. This is a privileged person who probably has a lot of money because he does work in film and TV.
Yeah.
Whatever. Looks like he's living in a nice house. He goes back to the fucking theatre and goes, give me my fucking £15 back.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what the fuck, man? Christ.
And then tells people not to go watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's only going to hurt the cinemas anyway.
Yeah, exactly right. It's just so stupid.
And that's what pisses me off is people have an opinion and they believe their opinion is the only one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Any opinion is not incorrect.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because it's an opinion. It's your opinion and it cannot be correct.
Exactly right.
Incorrect.
Yeah. And it can't be correct either.
No, that's right.
You can't be correct. You can't be incorrect. It's
only
your subjective
exactly right.
experience.
Yep.
There's no objectivity when it comes to film criticism.
I don't bag anybody for having any opinion, whether it's agrees with mine or is directly opposed to mine.
So he posted this, whatever, slandered the film or that crap. And then a few hours later, he posts another piece, which is like them two both going, oh, we're watching Trolls now. We love Trolls, trying to like rail on people who they was trying to say, I guess allegedly was trying to say were trolling him or whatever. Deleted the original tweet, all this shit anyway. But we bring that up because I watched it and the first thing I thought was, hey, we got a brand new jingle for our favourite old segment, which is, of course, called
Shite.
Or...
All right.
There we go.
Revamped it.
Yeah. Got a little revamped little jingle in there. And we're going to play it. We're going to play our favourite game, which is Shite or All Right. Okay, so, of course, this is the game where we will each... read each other a random synopsis from IMDb. We originally did this. We would punch in just like a random number in the top where every IMDb listing has like a 7-digit randomized catalog number. And that's how we were doing it. But we've had heaps of people send them in recently. Of course, we've got a bunch from Tyson Turner we're still trying to get through. Jeff B., our mate, has sent a lot in. We've got a whole bunch from Devesh Sood throughout the week. Pardon me.
Too.
Little hiccup. He sent in a few last week. We sent heaps more this week. We got a couple in from Anthony Fisher now, and also Kyle Brebner has sent in a ton this week as well. So we've got heaps there.
Awesome.
So we don't need to rely on spending like an hour before the show trying to find something.
Yeah.
We got these ones sent in. If anyone else out there is listening and watching, you can think of like the most obscure thing. It could be a great movie that sounds like shit. It could be a bad movie that sounds really great. Send it on in. Or it could be just anything that you think would be fun for us to watch.
Exactly.
So essentially the way we do this is that we will read each other the synopsis for 2 movies and we have to guess based on only the synopsis and nothing else whether the movie is...
Shite.
Or...
All right.
There you go.
Good.
So let's do it now. Of course, our what do we call him? Our resident scorekeeper, the official scorekeeper of the podcast, Jeff B, sent in an updated scorecard. He's been keeping track, done this wonderful little PDF or Excel spreadsheet for us, and he wrote in this week email, and he's given us a little bit of cheek. Actually,
Has he?
yeah, he has.
I haven't seen
I'm not
his.
impressed. Hey, Dave and Rick, a little late this week. He got his score sheet in very late this week.
Did he?
He only just got it in time. Fucking hell.
God.
Like I said last week, we got it. This guy is on his final straw.
Got to stop paying him.
I know. Not paying him. He goes, I hope you get this before filming. Well, only just, Jeff. P.S. I noticed a little lag in Shite All Right this week. About 7 minutes of air by my estimation. Not as easy as it looks. He's put a bunch of these little laughing faces, emojis and shit. Then he says, I'm joking, of course. All jokes. A big smiley face. I don't know. It's a bit late to
Only being serious.
recover yourself back there. PSS. If Dave Lee Down Under ends, I'll have a one-man protest and riot in the streets. You're right, if paying your taxes here in America, he's from America, you should get all the benefits we get as little as they are. I actually hope to live in Australia one day, God willing. Thanks again, Dave and Rick. Take care of yourselves. Well, if Jeff ever came here and lived here, it would be easier to just keep him in line.
Yeah, exactly. You can get the real whip out and whip him back in.
Get back to work. He signed it off. Sincerely, Monkey Man Jeff, a.k.a. Jeff Monkey. Of course, I call him my little monkey on the little tricycle. Keep working. Get that spreadsheet. Get that spreadsheet going. What a jerk. Wrote in all that cheek to us this week. Thin ice, Jeff. No, we love Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for your work. I appreciate it. It's one less thing I have to do during the week. So according to Jeff's scoreboard, the score is now it's leveling out a little bit. It's 16-14 in your favour.
No, your favour.
Oh, sorry, my favour.
In your favour. You're still ahead.
You had a good round last week.
Yes,
and the
I
week
did.
before, actually, you've had a couple of good rounds. And you're coming back. I told you this could happen. You're no longer on a deficit. So we caught up.
We're even now.
We've all answered the right amount of questions, which helped you get back up as well. And you are... Yeah, Jeff says, old mate Rick, not behind with a big smiley face. on
Not
his
by
little
much anyway.
spreadsheet. Not by much. Only 2. This could be the game where it all changes.
It could be.
I could get 2 wrong. You could get 2 right. And it's a tie.
It's doubtful, but
Yeah, well, who
well,
knows?
no, last
I don't
week
think
was good.
I don't think I got any last week.
No, and I did.
Oh, well, there you go. So this week round, we are going to take 2 each. I think let's take a we'll take a break from Tyson this week.
Yep.
Because we got to him the last few weeks. We'll take
The new boys.
Yeah, let's take
Kyle?
We'll take 1 each from. Do we take 1 each from Kyle?
Yeah, we'll do 1 each from Kyle.
And then we'll take 1 each from
Then there's Anthony.
Anthony. So I'll take 1 from Anthony, and maybe you take 1 from Devesh because he sent in a shitload as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. I'll take. Do I start this week? I think I start this week.
You get first question.
I get first question this week. Jeff will let us know if we're wrong.
Okay, so if we go to Kyle, I'll take that first one.
Okay,
maybe,
and then I'll take the second one.
Got to bear with us here while we.
Yeah.
While we
So I'll take the second one from Kyle, and I'll delete them from my sheet.
chase these down.
Okay, cool. I've got mine up.
Should have done this already, shouldn't we?
Should have. Doesn't matter. Okay, I've got mine up. Oh, because this is why you need that spreadsheet on your laptop. So you just click on the link instead of having to go in and type in the bloody thing. That's what slows it down, Jeff. It's not me.
No, it's me. Trust me, it's me. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Today would be nice.
Yeah, I'm just reading it to see what I can say.
Right.
Canada's most famous hosers, Bob and Doug,
Yeah.
get jobs at the brewery
Yeah.
only to learn that something is rotten within the state of it.
Oh.
Canada's most famous hosers, Bob and Doug, get jobs at the brewery only to learn that something is rotten with the state of it.
What's a hoser? Is that like someone who plays? I think it's someone who plays.
I've got no idea what a hoser is. It might be.
How's it spelled again?
HOSERS. So it's HOSERS.
I think it's someone who plays like hockey or something. Oh no, it's a slang word for a Canadian of limited intelligence and little education. Right.
So like a bogan.
Well, yeah, it says almost. This is from the Canadian Encyclopedia. It's almost always a white man. The Canadian equivalent of American terms like hillbilly. Okay, so Canada's
most famous hosers, Bob and Doug, get jobs at the brewery only to learn that something is rotten with the state of it.
I don't know. I'm going to say I think it's a shite.
You're locking shite
Yeah, I'm
in?
going to show a shite. Doesn't sound great.
So we got the same...
Yeah, same buttons. Still in the same place.
Okay, those two?
Yeah.
Shite.
No, it's actually...
All right.
Oh, shit.
6.7.
Well, there you go.
It's called Strange Brew, made in 1983. Goes for an hour and a half and stars Rick Moranis.
Oh.
Max von
Sydow, yeah.
That's the one. And Dave Thomas.
Oh.
No one else really there that of note. So there you go.
Oh.
So you got one wrong.
Never heard of it.
That's 6.7.
Strange Brew. I think I've heard the title. We didn't say at the top that we determine whether a movie is
Shite.
Yep.
or
All right.
depending on the rating. Anything below a 5, so 1 to 4.9. Anything below a 6, so anything 1 to 5.9 we usually consider
Shite.
and anything 5 to 10 is
All right.
okay. Okay, so one for you now. This one chronicles the life of someone from playing minor league hockey to coaching the NHL's Boston Bruins.
Oh, it's a sports film. Sounds
Yeah.
familiar. And I love a sports film, so I'll say it's all right.
Yeah?
I'll enjoy that.
You lock it in?
Yeah, I'll lock that in.
Oh, you're going to look at that one. You're looking at
All right.
There you go. This one's called Keep Your Head Up, Kid, the Don Cherry Story.
Oh.
It's a TV miniseries from 2010. It stars Jared Queso as Don Cherry. don't really know anyone else in there. Aidan Devine, Sarah Manninan. But yeah, you go. It's got a 7.7. Keep your head up, kid. The Don Cherry story.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right, so you're up next. So who are you reading from?
I'll take the Anthony Fisher one.
Okay, I'll get rid of that one. And I will read you one from Devesh.
Well, he's got one up the top there that's got... It's meant for me.
Oh, yeah, so I'll take that. Easy. Okay. So you read for me?
I'm reading one for Dave now.
Yeah.
This one, let me have a quick look.
Yes.
When a covert desert base is forced to divert World War III against a formidable adversary, a group of commandos and weaponized creatures are hired to get the job done.
This could be some, sounds like some crappy exploitation movie from the 80s, or maybe like one of those just cheap mockbusters that are made recently. Also sounds like it could be something like District 9 or something like that, which I know has like a good rating. But then a lot of these mockbuster crappy things usually have bad ratings. I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm going to say Shite. I'm going to have to say Shite.
You can say it's
Sounds
Shite?
Shite to me, yeah. Yep. What is it?
Shite.
There you go.
Shite.
Oh, no.
Shite. Shite.
No. That bad.
2.1.
Oh, geez.
That's a bad one.
That's going to be the worst we've had so far.
Yeah,
fucking hell.
Most definitely.
I don't know if I've ever seen a 2.1.
2.1.
Fucking hell.
Jurassic Thunder.
Oh, it's one of those mockbusters.
2019.
Oh.
An hour, 24 minutes.
Let me see a picture. I have to see this.
Uh,
There'll be no one in this, guaranteed. Oh, gosh. Oh. Who's in this? No one. Just a bunch of randos.
Got no idea. John Cotton, Heath Hine, Rick Hack.
Yeah, no idea.
Sounds like a heck of a film.
Mockbuster.
It is awful.
Elvis is in it.
Oh, yeah, Elvis. Sharp.
Yeah. All right, there you go. That's,
Shite.
Shite.
Sounded like a really bad one.
Yeah. All right. So, I got one for you now. A former boxer turned drug runner lands in a prison battleground after a deal gets deadly. A former boxer turned drug runner lands in a prison battleground after a deal gets deadly.
Can I have a hint?
Yeah, what do you want for your hint?
Who's in it?
Who's in it? Right, so I'll give you the top three.
Yep.
Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Carpenter, and Don Johnson.
Oh, I'm going to say it's going to be all right.
So that's all right?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. So you say it's all right? It is a...
All right.
Yeah, it's an all right. We watched this like 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, did we?
Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded sort of familiar. And when she said Vince Vaughn, I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's the one it might have been.
7.2. It's the one where he gets the guy's head and just crashes it in the ground.
Yeah, I remember.
Brutal,
Very
violent.
brutal.
Yeah.
Very brutal.
Well, there you go.
That was good.
Yeah. Great movie. So there you go.
I caught up again.
You've caught up. I've gone up one, so I'm only one ahead now, I think. Jeff will let us know next week. That was this week's edition of...
Shite.
Oh.
All right.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thanks again to everyone who sent some in.
And if anybody else has got them, send them in.
Yes, absolutely. Please do. Send them to Dave Lee down under at Gmail. No, sorry, daveleepod@gmail.com. They'll find their way to me and I'll chuck them in. Or comment them if you're watching on YouTube, if that's easier for you.
Yeah.
Easy done.
Awesome.
So, now the last few weeks we've done, we've kind of like looked at trailers the last few weeks, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Most weeks we look at one or two.
We look at one or two. And I always lump it in with kind of like the news section, the news segment of the show. And then I always kind of feel like it doesn't really feel like it fits here. It's kind of a little bit out of place. It should be its own kind of thing. So we're launching a new segment on the show, which is called Trailer Trash. Oh, yeah. It's the trailer trash segment where we look at trailers. They're not necessarily trash trailers. Just thought it'd be a funny name.
Well, we talk trash about them.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they're good trailers. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they be good. Sometimes they be shit. So we'll take a look. We've got 3 trailers to look at.
Sometimes they'd be good. Sometimes
some like soccer coach or manager or something said it in a press conference, I think. I thought it was funny. So we've got 3 to take a look at today. First up, we're going to take a look at the brand new trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is the latest Ghostbusters film. It's going to hit cinemas later this year. It's open in November. It's open on November the 11th in the USA, and it opens here like a whole month later, December 2nd.
Oh. It's odd that they're not doing it day and date.
Sony are not doing day and date, which is really weird because even the next Spider-Man film, we're going to have to wait like a week before we get it here. Yeah. So good luck not having that spoiled for you on Twitter out there, everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
You're fine. You're not on Twitter.
No.
But I will no doubt see spoilers all over Twitter.
Well, with
Spider-Man.
a bit of luck, we
might see a bit earlier.
If we're lucky.
That with a, silver lining. But for most pundits out there, it's going to be a week after the USA. So be careful. But anyway, Ghostbusters, this is going to be a big one too because this is a whole month later between these two. So this is the new Ghostbusters film. They just launched this. I think they did a trailer last year. It was supposed to come out last year.
Yep.
And then they launched a new trailer this week. Now, I went to watch this trailer during the week and watched the whole thing, I thought. There's not much new in that. I feel like I've seen it's not much of a new trailer. Everyone's like hyping it. And then I realised I just watched the old one again. But anyway, there is a new trailer. So let's take a look at this for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Let's take a look.
Egon came out here for a reason.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
There you go.
That looks all right.
Ghostbusters 3. Well,
fun.
4. Yeah.
Looks like it might be a bit of fun.
Yeah. Well, of course.
So they might have revamped it a little bit.
Yeah, well, because the last one they did was the female-led one.
Yep.
Which had, can't remember who was in it, Melissa McCarthy.
Just trash.
We didn't even see it. Did we see it? We didn't watch it.
I've seen some of it.
Yeah, but didn't watch the whole thing, though. No. Melissa McCarthy. Oh, yeah, it was on TV. We caught a bit of it and we're like, no, this is not it. Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones was, anyway, I think, I'm trying to think. Kristen Wiig, I think, was in it as well. And then Chris Hemsworth played the role of because in the original film it was like the female assistant, and then Chris Hemsworth played that role.
That's right.
And that one completely disregarded the original 3 movies. And like a couple of them had cameos. I know Dan Aykroyd had a cameo as like a cab driver. It wasn't even the original Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
So it tried to set itself in a different universe. And this one is like a proper sequel. Where you're coming off the original 2. It's directed by Jason Reitman, who is the son of Ivan Reitman, who did the original film.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who's quite good in his own right. I'm looking forward to it. Paul Rudd.
I was going to say, your favourite? One of your favourites?
My favourite, Paul Rudd.
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. Paul Rudd is in there, who is great. I love Paul Rudd, and he's going to be like the leader. You've got Dan Aykroyd was obviously in it at the end, just had that little cameo at the end, picking up the phone.
Yeah.
What?
Steve Higgins?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Hemsworth?
What's this? That's the female one.
Oh,
What's she doing?
What a
Gosh. Anyway, you've got all those little mini snow-puffed marshmallow men there.
That was
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. They're all in there running amok. Paul Rudd doing his little face. Yeah, it looks good. The Ecto's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the Ecto.
Yeah.
Got one of them somewhere, haven't you?
I think I have the pop vinyl version.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You always get confused. You're trying to find stuff.
No, just type that in there. Move on.
What are you looking for? There it is
There
at the top.
we go. I typed that in and went to that other page.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. No, it
So I think it looks all right.
Looks like it might be a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
Well, I wouldn't trust IMDb yet.
Well, who knows?
Anyone can get on there and just post stuff. Talking Paul Rudd, he was listed in the cast of Infinity War for ages, and then it came out he wasn't in it. So I never trust casting stuff. It could just be that they're rumoured, and someone chucks them on there.
Yeah.
But Finn Wolfhard, I think, is the main kid in it. And who's the McKenna Grace as well. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking forward to that
enjoyable.
one, actually. Yeah. I
love the originals.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love them. Grew up with them. So it's going to be fun to return to that world sort of in a more connected way.
So who'd the house get left to? Oh, from?
Egon. So that was Egon Spengler, which was... Who was Spengler? Was that...
I'm not sure.
What's his name? Rick Moranis.
Oh, was it?
Oh, wait, it was...
No, it
Moranis wasn't a fucking Ghostbuster. What am I talking about? Who was the third Ghostbuster? It's not... No, it was Rick Moranis was in that, but was he one of the Ghostbusters? No.
He was the gatekeeper.
He was the gatekeeper. Who's the third Ghostbuster? Bill Murray.
I can't remember his name.
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and I can't remember the fourth guy.
Harold Ramis.
Fucking Harold Ramis, of course. Yeah, and he was Spengler, right?
Yeah.
Spengler. Yeah. There you go.
So he was the one that left the house to them.
Yes, because because they said something about Egon came out here for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's kind of I'm keen to see how it does though, because I feel like that's one of those movies that might be out of fashion a little bit, maybe.
Right.
Particularly with a younger crowd, they might not know what it is. I feel like it's like
I'm sure they'll make some sort of link.
What do you mean?
They'll make a link between the old one and the new one.
Oh yeah, they have in the trailer.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that younger audiences won't know the old films.
Yeah, but surely they'll make a link to them.
What do you mean?
So that they'll understand. You know what I'm saying?
No. What do you mean make a link?
Well, it's like all those old, like when they do sequels and stuff, there's always a link back to the old films. So they'll probably make it such that you'll be able to watch it as a standalone film.
Right, yeah.
And the younger audience will understand what's going on.
Right, okay, yeah. Well, there you go. So that's coming out, end of the year. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. That trailer actually got me more excited than the first one did. So, yeah, looking forward to that one.
Because you watched the wrong trailer.
I watched the wrong trailer, yeah. But I remember watching the first trailer last year and thinking, I'm not too flash hot on it. But I'm keen on this now. We got another one that just dropped just this morning, literally maybe 2 hours ago before we sat down to do this, last minute edition. It's one called House of Gucci. It's going to come out here in November. It's out in the US on the 26th of November. It's out here on the 25th of November. I think this one's from Universal. It's inspired by the shocking true story of the family empire behind the Italian fashion house of Gucci. Spans 3 decades of love, betrayal, decadence, revenge, and ultimately murder. We see what a name means, what it's worth, and how far a family will go for control. Now, this one has been directed by... I'll look it up. Don't look it up just yet because you got some pretty interesting faces in this trailer. It's directed by Ridley Scott. I said don't look it up just yet.
No, I'm just typing it in. So that
Ridley Scott. I knew someone big was behind it, so I'm excited. So let's have a look. This is the trailer for House of Gucci. Oh, it's actually from MGM Studios, but I think it's being distributed by Universal. I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look. House of Gucci trailer.
I've been a Gucci all my life.
Your name is in the history books.
Paolo, you are Gucci. You need to dress the part.
It's chic. Gucci needs new blood. It's time to take out the trash.
They're my family.
So am I. I don't consider myself to be a particularly ethical person, but I am fair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's my first time
Very
watching that.
interesting.
Yeah. Keen to see it. Huge cast. Lady Gaga.
I didn't recognise her at first.
Yeah. Adam Driver. You've got Jared Leto, who's completely covered in cosmetics.
Prosthetics, yeah.
Prosthetics.
Didn't recognise him at all.
No, me either. I wouldn't have picked.
He looks great.
Looks
good in
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Al Pacino.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, that guy. Jeremy Irons is in it. Selma Hayek is in it as well. Fucking massive cast.
Yeah.
This looks good. And I love Ridley Scott. He does terrific stuff. Gladiator.
Didn't you Gladiator?
Yeah.
Oh, Ridley Scott. Yeah.
Ridley Scott, yeah. Not the brother.
No.
He was sadly passed.
Yeah.
But yeah, terrific. It looks really good. Looks really good. Like they put out a picture ages ago. It's sort of become a bit of a meme. It was Adam Driver and Lady Gaga. Sort of, she's in like a big, like fluffy white sort of overcoat, and it's that picture there. He's like in the turtleneck. She's got the fluffy white like little hat thing on, and they're in the Alps. And this picture sort of become a bit of a meme.
Yeah.
Ever since that, everyone's like, "Oh my god, this movie's going to be interesting," and it looks very good.
I knew nothing about that, and just on the title, I thought, "Oh,
yeah, what is this?"
Tripe. But the trailer looks great.
Yeah, it looks very good. I know I'm going to get done.
I'm looking forward to that.
I know I'm going to get done for copyright on that music in
really?
the video version. Yeah, of course I will.
Oh, yeah.
But who cares? There you go. Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keen on it. Looks.
I'm sort of wanting to see that.
Yeah,
now.
drama.
November.
Tense. Yeah, it's going to be November 25 in Australia, 26 on the USA.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of drama, a bit of suspense. There's a murder in there. Oh,
looks a lot better than I initially thought.
Yeah, from the title, yeah.
So it was Gucci.
That's what I thought. Like, oh, well, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, really? And then I hear the cast, and you're like, well, yeah, Ridley Scott, yeah. And that trailer has pretty solidified that for me. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, no, it'd be good.
It should be good. Now, here's an interesting one. I haven't watched this trailer either. This is from A24, which is like an independent distribution house. They put out a lot of other people's movies. They released Midsummer, which I still haven't watched yet. Every day, I feel like I'm going to get spoiled from that movie.
Yeah.
In fact, when I saw pictures for this come up, I thought it was from Midsummer because it looks very like visually similar. I was like, fuck, I've been done. No, luckily it wasn't from Midsummer. They also released Hereditary, The Lighthouse, Uncut Gems. Yes?
They're gone.
And their latest one's called The Green Knight. It's just come out, apparently terrific. This one is called Lamb. Lamb. Yeah. Had your finger up with who you're going to say something?
Well, I was going to say Midsummer.
Yeah.
Let's make a commitment to watch it Saturday night. We got the football's on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll go till 10:30, quarter to 11.
Yeah.
She'll be asleep.
The only thing is it's 3 hours long.
Oh, well.
I don't want to fall asleep in it.
No, that's true. Good point.
I do want to watch it, though.
Well, maybe we can do a Saturday matinee.
Yeah, maybe.
She might watch it.
Yeah.
And she'll go, I don't like this.
I've heard it's pretty fucking intense. Well. We'll see. Anyway, so this is a new one from A24. This has just premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. Hey, by the way, remember I got an email a while ago from some PR agency who I'd never had any communication with before, and they're like, hey, you coming to Cannes Film Festival? Like, well, right. No. Well, they've emailed me last week saying, hey, you coming to Venice Film Festival?
Oh,
no, I'm not.
Ask them if they're going to pay your airfares and accommodation.
Exactly right. I actually emailed them. I was like, because they were like, they sent me like the whole, it was like the run sheet of when all the movies are playing, when international press get access to the movies, who's doing interviews and stuff. I was like, well, if they're sending it to me, maybe, and there's like all these things about delegations for international press. I was thinking, oh, maybe they're doing some virtual stuff. And I emailed, I was like, is there any like virtual access to interviews? Or because like Matt Damon was going to be there and like a couple of other people who I thought would be interesting. And they're like, no digital access. It's all like there. I was like, well, I won't be there.
No, yeah, exactly right.
So anyway, this one had premiered at Cannes Film Festival, and A24 has picked it up. They've announced it as an October 8 release date in the USA. I'm not too sure when it's going to release anywhere else, but I'm sure it will get picked up by a local distributor to put that one out. Here we go. It's called Lamb. I know a little bit about the plot, but I won't spoil it. We'll take a look at the trailer. Here we go.
Amingen.
Terki pap. Detektief.
Looks a bit dark.
Yeah.
Looks like a really dark comedy.
Well, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be much for comedy, though.
No. Oh, I didn't realise it was a foreign film either. There you go. That must be, I guess, Swedish or Danish or something like that. IMDb will say down there, I'm sure. Languages, Icelandic.
Yeah,
Get a lot of Icelandic films.
Icelandic, Swedish, and Polish.
There you go. I think it's like, from what I can see, it's like the lamb. This little lamb is born with like a human body. It's like a little child with like a lamb's head. What's the synopsis on the IMDb?
A childless couple Maria and Ingvar, discover a mysterious newborn on their farm in Iceland. The unexpected prospect of family life brings them much joy before ultimately destroying them.
Right. Yeah, so I think it's like a lamb head on a human child body. Yeah, fucking weird.
A bit odd.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be a bit full
bit
on.
strange. Well, yeah, it's any the kind of indication of the kind of stuff A24 puts out. Like, I saw that shot of the lamb with the flower crown on.
Yeah.
And in Midsummer, she's wearing the flower crown. So when I saw
thorns or
no, it's like just
flower,
a flower, just made of flowers. And I saw the picture on Twitter. I thought, no, I've been ruined on Midsummer. She turned into a goat or something. No, thankfully it was just lamb. But yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've broken your barrier of the of subtitle movies, so I might get to that one when it's out.
Exactly. And what's her name? Numi?
Numi Rapace.
She's great.
She's fantastic. I love her. She's really good.
Yeah.
Is the lead in that. So I don't really know the others.
No, not at all.
But yeah, we haven't watched enough kind of Icelandic films to
No.
know too many of these people. But
No,
yeah,
exactly.
It looks terrific. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it does look great.
So yeah, there we go. That's our trailer trash segment, our first one. And thankfully, none of them were trash.
They were all very good.
All very good. But can you hear that? What's that? What's that? It's movie news.
Woohoo! You know who's going to hate you.
Yeah, Jackson's going to hate all the sound
World's
effects.
worst manager.
Yeah. But I thought we'd have just like a little jingle for every segment now. Breaks up a little bit. Gives it its own little bit.
Oh, I can just see the text coming your way now.
Get that
shit off. You
I-
can't be playing that.
But as I said, I need one more jingle, which is for what we've been watching this week. I'll figure it out during this week.
The more jingles, the better.
Yeah, I reckon.
Just to annoy the world's worst manager.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-appointed.
Yeah. We're getting on a bit today.
Whoa.
But there's a little bit of news that's coming. The big one. This is one that dropped this morning. Scarlett Johansson suing Disney.
Yeah, I heard something about that this morning.
Yeah. This is an article from the Hollywood Reporter. I'm going to just read from their article because it's just easier.
Yep.
In
Don't do any real research then.
No, exactly. In a dramatic turn with implications for major Hollywood studios, Scarlett Johansson filed a lawsuit against the Walt Disney Company on Thursday, alleging her contract was breached when Black Widow was released on Disney+. The lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court states that Black Widow had been guaranteed a wide theatrical release when Johansson signed her deal with Marvel. According to the complaint, Disney tortiously interfered with that deal for its own advantage. Now, as far as I'm aware, her contract is with Marvel, not Disney.
Right, okay.
Okay, so she has no real
link with
Disney other than the fact
financially,
other than the fact that Marvel is owned by Disney.
Yep.
But all her business affairs are with Marvel Studios. So continuing from the Hollywood Reporter article, why would Disney I think this is her lawyers saying, why would Disney forego hundreds of millions of dollars in box office receipts by releasing the picture in theaters at a time when it knew the theatrical market was weak rather than waiting a few months for the market to recover? On information, well, to be fair, they've waited a whole year and a half for the market to recover.
Yep.
Right. Continuing, the complaint asks, on information and belief, the decision to do so was made at least in part because Disney saw the opportunity to promote its flagship subscription service using the picture of Ms. Johansson, thereby attracting a new paying monthly subscribers, retaining existing ones, and establishing Disney Plus as a must-have service in an increasingly competitive marketplace. They also said it not only increased the value of Disney Plus, but it also intentionally saved Marvel, and thereby itself, what Marvel itself referred to as a very large box office bonuses that Marvel otherwise would have been obligated to pay Ms. Johansson. The complaint further states that Disney made no attempt to redo her deal once the decision was made to send Black Widow to streaming. They said, quote, Disney and Marvel largely ignored Ms. Johansson, essentially forcing her to file this action. Now, they also go on to say that Warner Media, this is the Hollywood Reporter, says, Warner Brothers have reportedly shelled out as much as $200 million to pay the talent whose films opened or are scheduled to open at the same time on HBO Max and in theaters. Yep. We spoke about this last week, how they they've been forced to just pay out a shitload of money for people because
I was wondering whether that was going to be linked to it. Had to be. Of
course, Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman 1984, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, and Will Smith, they're all kind of got massive payouts from Warner Brothers. And it says here that Johansson's complaint even references that practice.
Right.
Warner's entire 2021 slate is going day and date, of course. Through her suit, the actress also alleges that Disney knew that streaming the blockbuster would dissuade attendance from moviegoers, including repeat moviegoers, and it did so anyway, knowingly and intentionally. Johansson's deal with Marvel likely has an arbitration clause, but she has no direct deal with Disney, so her hope is that a tortious interference claim will stick in open court. She goes on record in the lawsuit in saying Black Widow has underperformed at the global box office because of Disney Plus, earning just north of $318 million to date, according to ComScore. While it secured the biggest domestic debut of the pandemic era, $80 million, that was on the lower end for the Marvel Cinematic Universe title. And in its second weekend, the tentpole dropped off a huge 68% in North America. Again, we said last week, likely because everyone just put it on Disney Plus and they didn't have to pay for it. Second time. This would have been $1 billion film had it been released in regular times. Just as these news outlets predicted and Ms. Johansson feared, the picture's box office receipts for its opening weekend was significantly below the opening weekend performance for Marvel's previous films and have suffered a steeper than normal decline. In short, Disney's strategy to lure viewers away from the theaters and towards Disney Plus worked, the lawsuit states. Disney had a chance to respond to the claims, and Disney said there's no merit whatsoever in this filing. The lawsuit is especially sad and distressing in its callous disregard for the horrific and prolonged global effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. Disney has fully complied with Ms. Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation on top of the $20 million she has received to date.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
She would have lost a lot of money with it not going to the cinemas.
Yeah.
She would have had to, wouldn't she?
Probably, because she'd have all these back ends and stuff. I don't know if this $20 million that they talk about, whether that's her fee for being in the movie, whatever else, or whether that is what or whether Disney has paid her that much for putting it on Premier Access. I don't know. But they're saying she's been given $20 million to date and is going to earn, obviously, back ends from the Disney Plus with Premier Access. I don't know. Whose side do you take on it?
God. You feel for both of them. Like she's probably... Because it's obviously she's not suing because it's doing her reputation any harm.
Yeah.
She's obviously suing for financial gain.
Yeah.
But you can understand Disney's side as well because they've got to get this out. They've been sitting on it for so long now.
Yeah.
They've got to get it out and start making money back on it.
Yeah.
They've got to get their money back.
That's the thing that got me in the thing is like, they could have just waited a few months and then released it when the climate's better.
They've waited another 2 years.
Exactly right.
So who knows how long the pandemic's going to go on.
And with these Marvel movies, I mean, they're sequentially
Well, that's right. So it's got to be put out. So if that gets pushed back, then one behind it gets pushed back, and one behind that gets pushed back.
Yeah.
And that just because, as you said, you can't release them out of timing, and it becomes irrelevant, I suppose, to some point.
I mean, this one is a prequel, so it's set previously, but it does have those links to
that's right,
the future movies. So they probably could have reworked it or something, but I don't know how much longer you can keep putting the Black Widow one off. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an odd one. I think that maybe her main concern is, and some are suggesting that it's not Scarlett Johansson herself, but it's just her lawyers who are like, fuck it, let's just go on. I don't know. That's what some people are saying. That could be there allegedly, could be doing.
Could be.
Or it could just be that she's just, could have had a bit more money.
How much do you need to make out of it?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Everyone's like, well, look how much you've already made, 20
made
million.
20 million
You're going to be
already.
getting this Premier Access stuff. I don't know. It's hard to... And then you do feel for Disney. You feel for theatres. Disney's done the right thing by not giving it a huge, wide release. It's given the movie some chance to make some sort of money. It's not the only movie in the world. All these movies have been taking a huge hit.
But, who knows? Maybe they have done it deliberately so they don't have to pay out. But I think they've released it because they've got to make their money back on it.
Well, exactly right.
Got to get their money back out of it to put that money back into another project.
I think maybe the biggest thing is that they're more concerned that Disney didn't attempt, or allegedly Disney didn't attempt to restructure her contract to take into account that it's going to streaming.
Yeah,
that's the big thing.
That could be more like it, because if that gets through, the next one will get through, and the next one will get through, because the precedent's already been set.
Yeah, already stopped.
So,
but we were talking last week.
To some degree, she's probably, they're probably doing this because of that precedent. If they let it go through, it'll just keep getting through. But if they stamp their foot down now, and the court sides on their side, well, then that'll put an end to it, and Disney will have to pay out.
But
streaming.
Because the interesting thing was, we spoke last week that there was the rumours kind of floating that Disney were reworking contracts.
Yeah, that's right.
To be in line with this. So
maybe that's one that just has slipped past.
Yeah, it's going to. Yeah, maybe it was just like the ones coming forward, as opposed to back.
They might have sort of put a date and said, from here on in, this is what happens. But from there back,
because all the word was that Kevin Feige, head of Marvel, was really adamant that this movie was not going to Disney Plus, and it was apparently fighting with Disney. Don't want it to go to Disney Plus. And by the sounds of it, maybe Disney just went, you know what, we got to put the foot down and just do it. Got to get it out there. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to follow this one. I think that's a big one.
Well, maybe it has got something to do with she doesn't want to be seen on the small screen. She wants to be on the big screen.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's more just about the money that she could have earned, and the fact that Disney allegedly, in their belief, Disney didn't attempt to rewrite the contract or give her more, or they think she's earned more.
Yeah, I think that's probably it's probably all about precedent.
Some are
setting precedents.
Some are even saying that it might not be her at all. It could just be the lawyers are just like.
They couldn't just act on her behalf without.
Well, not acting on her behalf, but so much like maybe they've gone to her and been like, "Hey, I think we could get him on this," instead of her going, "Oh, I want to sue him." I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's going to be an interesting one to follow. But the next interesting thing is going to be, of course, Jungle Cruise is going to Disney Plus. As we talk about this today, it's probably just hitting Disney Plus about 3 hours' time at the time we're recording this. Yeah. It's going to theaters as well. It's going to be interesting to see if there's some sort of backlash off the back of this. Because it's been delayed in this entire time.
Was it always slated to go on Disney Plus?
No.
Oh, because it's been pushed back a couple of times, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to open in 2019. I pushed it to 2020.
Yeah.
Pandemic fucked it over, and now it's opening now. So
that'll be interesting. See whether there's back ends on that for Disney Plus.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see anything happens out of that. Now, surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, some Marvel news came out a couple of hours before the Scarlett Johansson news dropped. This tends to happen a lot of the time whenever there's like a big news story is about to come out that might, damage a company. They tend to put out a story that maybe tries to
sidetrack
it.
The other issue.
I don't know if this is what they've done here, but you see this trend happening a lot. Warner Brothers does it a lot. If there's like some big things about some big controversy is going to come out, they drop like some big news. But Disney gave us our first look at Hawkeye. This is the next series after What If, which is the animated thing, is coming to Disney Plus, and they've announced the release date is Wednesday, November 24. So Entertainment Weekly released the first look, which is this image here. It's, of course, Jeremy Renner is back as Hawkeye, and Haley Steinfeld is playing Kate Bishop, who is like the new protege of Hawkeye. Of course, Haley Steinfeld, we know her from Dickinson. We've been watching at Apple TV. Of course, she was in True Grit.
Yeah.
Yep. Brilliant film. She's a terrific performer. Love her work. And there's I've put a couple of other pictures in there as well. They're calling this picture that's gone out yesterday a first look, but we have had a couple of looks before. There's a picture there of Steinfeld in the get-up, which was officially released as part of like a little sizzle reel thing. There's a bit of concept art that they released, and then there's some set photos. There's been heaps of set photos leaked where you can see Steinfeld in the new costume. She's playing Kate Bishop. This is the description of Kate Bishop from the Marvel website. Haunted by the death of her mother and the crimes of her father, Kate Bishop rejected family wealth and embraced a heroic path. Inspired by her favourite Avenger, Hawkeye, Kate took up Clint Barton's mantle when he was believed to be dead. As a member of the Young Avengers, Kate even earned the approval of Captain America himself. Little hiccup. Since Clint's return, he and Kate have shared their code name and even become partners. Now Kate has located to Los Angeles and operates as an unlicensed private investigator and heroine for hire. Much like the original Hawkeye, Kate Bishop has no superpowers of her own. However, she is a master archer, very skilled with swords and battle staves. Kate also has training in boxing, jiu-jitsu, hand-to-hand combat, kickboxing, and various martial arts. So it's going to be like Clint Barton training her up.
Yep.
So where she comes from in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I don't know, but she's going to come out of somewhere and he's going to take her on and quite good.
That's all right.
Now, of course, Florence Pugh, who played Yelena in Black Widow, is...
I keep my head around where you're going.
Florence, she's like her sister.
Yep.
The younger sister, the blonde one with the vest.
Yep.
She is going to be in this series. Remember the little post-credit stinger we had where... she hands her like the tablet with a picture of Hawkeye on it. Says, "This is your next assignment."
Right.
So this goes into this now. So she's obviously going to be after Clint Barton and Kate Bishop. So she's Florence Pugh's going to be in the series as well. Who's in Midsommar? And ever since Black Widow, I've been like, I just need to see Midsommar now. I mean, I've been saying it for a year, but I'm like, I just need to see this movie. She's great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be good. Another little small thing that's come out this week, Netflix are adamant that they're going to get Christopher Nolan's next movie.
Oh.
Of course, Nolan has left Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Sort of amicable terms because of we've sort of been covering this as it's been happening. Obviously, Christopher Nolan wasn't impressed with the HBO Max day and date thing that they're doing.
That's right.
His movie wasn't affected. They got Tenet out before it, bombed at the box office because they released it in the middle of a pandemic. But he wasn't impressed with what Warner's are doing. He's called HBO Max the worst streaming service, all this kind of shit. So Nolan's taking his next movie elsewhere. He's breaking this years-long partnership with Warner Brothers. All of his big movies have come out via Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Of course, last month, Steven Spielberg and Amblin made a deal with Netflix to produce exclusive movies in a move that Variety called a sign that the old guard was finally embracing the realities of a shifting business forced to adapt to the changing consumer habits. Now, Variety was speaking with Scott Stuber, who is Netflix's film chief. And he says, Stuber says, the deal with Amblin gives hope that... Variety said the deal with Amblin gives Stuber the hope that he might be able to lure Christopher Nolan on fucking hell. Let me go again. The deal with Amblin gives Stuber hope that he might be able to lure Christopher Nolan, an outspoken advocate for the big screen experience, to Netflix, particularly now that Nolan has soured on Warner Brothers over the studio's decision, blah, blah, blah. The pair have had ongoing conversations. Stuber says if and when he comes up with his new movie, it's about can we be a home for it and what would we need to do to make that happen. He's an incredible filmmaker. I'm going to do everything I can. In this business, I've learned you need to have zero ego. I get punched and knocked down and get back up. Interesting. Because we were speaking maybe last year. Where's Nolan going to go next? Who's going to be the right partner for him? Who's going to do this? I could see it working. I could see if he goes, here are my terms. You release this movie to cinemas for 1 month, 2 months, and then it can go to Netflix, sort of thing, maybe.
And they'll pay him a bucket load of money.
Oh, yeah, because we know Netflix will just fucking throw money at anything.
Right.
They're in the red, and they're still throwing money at whatever they can. Yeah. And they'll pony up whatever they need to get this Nolan film. And then they'll have Nolan and they'll have fucking Spielberg. God. The two most powerful directors in the world right now.
Good little stable.
Yeah. I think they could pull it off. I think with Spielberg backing Netflix now, and these are two, Spielberg and Nolan, two filmmakers who have in the past been very anti-streaming. Don't want to do this. But obviously, as the Variety says, it's like a changing face of cinema now after this pandemic. Nolan might go, okay, you can fucking pay me this much money. The movie goes to cinemas for a certain amount of time, and then Netflix gets it. Who knows? Maybe Netflix will adopt the Premier Access thing.
Maybe.
And charge a premium for a specific movie for a specific amount of time. I think it'll be right. I think it's probably what Netflix needs, because when was the last time we watched a Netflix original?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been ages.
We're always watching Apple or Disney Plus or even Amazon occasionally. They got Borat and all that shit. And
there's a huge battle for those, all the streamers.
Well, Netflix,
You've got to do something.
I think, if I'm not incorrect, I think last year or this year is their lowest period of growth. Now that all these other streaming services, even HBO Max, have come up, from memory, I'm pretty sure all their growth has stunted substantially.
Well, you can imagine, because initially they were the only one, weren't they? Or pretty much.
They were the first one, and they had everything from all the studios.
That's right.
Netflix,
and
then everyone else has taken their shit with them, and Netflix is essentially left with their own stuff.
Own content. That's right.
And we went on there the other day. What did we go on Netflix for the other day? I can't remember. I think I don't know if we watched anything, but I clicked into it for some reason, and I thought, is there a movie coming out? We watched the trailer or something, or a series. I can't remember, but it was on there, and I thought, why are we paying for this every month? When was the last time we watched Netflix? This has got to be one of those streaming services now that we just delegate to pay for it when there's something on that we want to watch.
Yeah, I think so.
Never watch it.
Never watch it.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Why aren't we doing that? And I think a lot of people are doing that too. You've got all these other streaming services. Yeah. People now are going, okay, we'll pay for this month. We'll pay for this month. We'll go between. I think it's really hurt Netflix, and they just need something to bolster their content, because a lot of their original content's not great. They have an occasional series that comes through every year, The Crown, Sex Education, whatever. You have this couple of series a year. Stranger Things is keeping them ticking. And then everything else is pretty mediocre, especially their original films. There's not been anything that I've not really liked, but there's been a lot of stuff that's not been great.
No, that's right.
So I think they've got Spielberg on board. I'm keen to see what Spielberg does with them. This guy, Stuber, says that he wants Spielberg to come over and do movies like The Goonies and E.T., just fun, fantastic, fantasy family movies.
I can see him getting him across and just giving him the keys to the
Nolan,
keys to the
do what you want. We'll pay you. Do what you want on your terms, and he'll be happy with that. I think.
Oh yeah.
As long as he gets his terms and he's...
you sort of hope that he'd be the sort of person that would move with the times.
Yeah, I think
that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, he's going to have to. You can't,
No.
You can't fight it at this point.
Because long term you won't survive.
For Spielberg to cave, that's the first domino. It's all right, Spielberg's gone.
Yeah, that's right.
Martin Scorsese sold The Irishman to Netflix because Netflix were the only ones that would fund it.
Yeah, that's right.
They funded that one. That's not one they just bought. They funded it because no other studio wanted to make it. Netflix was like, fuck it, you can make it for us.
Yep.
Scorsese, Spielberg. The next domino's Nolan. Surely. Yeah. I mean, interesting.
Yeah,
I don't...
Yeah.
Have you said this to me a year ago? I said, fuck that.
No way.
But now I kind of feel like, all right, well...
It's going to happen.
It's inevitable now.
Whether it's Nolan or somebody else, they'll get their hands on a stable of people and
the only thing...
allow them to produce what they want to produce.
The only thing I get disappointed with is that it might... Well, not necessarily. I was going to say it might not... It might mean that we won't get this next Nolan film on Blu-ray for like physical media or anything because I've got all the Nolan films, but a lot of Netflix stuff's been released by the Criterion Collection, so I think there's a chance that it'll get a Blu-ray, so I'm not too fussed about that.
That's going to be the only thing for collectors and stuff.
There's going to be a time where this stuff's not going to come out in physical anyway.
Right.
So
that's right.
Roll with the times. Anyway, we'll follow that. We'll follow the Scarlett Johansson versus Disney situation. This could be a big one. This could be like one of those big court cases talked about for years to come because that's huge. We'll see what happens with that. Let's take some subscriber questions, maybe only a few. I've got heaps in there, but we'll take a few and then we'll round the show out because we're long again.
Yeah, we are a bit.
Yeah.
Gone long. Yeah. So what do you want?
Let's go regular. Well, this
regular
first
man?
one's good. Yeah,
Do regular man?
Yeah.
Hey there, Dave and old mate Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, regular man.
G'day.
Here in my part of Canada, movie theatres still aren't open for the most part. Luckily for me, my local drive-in theatre is. They are here too, I think, drive-ins.
Yep.
Full capacity here.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to sit outside your car.
Yeah.
Before a steady stream of new releases started up again, I was able to see a few older movies there, such as Jaws, Dazed and Confused. That's not two films, that's one film. Dazed and Confused. And Top Gun. Experiencing those movies the way... I'm lost here. Hang on, sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Experiencing those, because he's not put an S on the end of movies.
Experiencing
those movies that way was a lot of fun and the best way to watch them, in my opinion. I was wondering if you two have been to a drive-in before. It's all over the place here. And if so, what do you think of them? I personally think they are the best, but I know a lot of people that think they are far worse than traditional theatre. From Regular Man.
Thank you, Regular Man.
We love driving.
Yeah.
We haven't been to one for years, but I used to have a Toyota van, and we would go in the van, remember?
Yeah.
And in the back of the van, we'd throw a mattress in the back or some sort of padding in the back and pillows and cushions and God knows what, and back up to the drive-in theatre, throw the back door open, and we'd all lay in the back. And
you'd go with family, so your brothers would come out and my cousins, and we'd all just sit in the back of the van. Some people bring out
chairs
and just
sit
go in the summer. It's like a summer thing. It's nice, nice weather, and just go and just. The only thing I don't like about the drive-in is the sound systems. Just shit. The sound is awful. But
it goes all through the radio and all through the car radio.
So it's shit sound, but it's just an experience. It's one of those things like talked about earlier. The experience of seeing a movie.
Yeah, it's great fun.
There's another one in the city. Actually, me and Alicia went to it. Probably a couple of years ago now. It's on the top of a roof. It's on the top of a building. Like a car park, like rooftop theatre. You got the thing there. We went and saw Passengers, which was that sci-fi film with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
and it's cool because they have Under the Stars. And you had this movie set in space, and it was great. It's good fun.
And we have the cinema in the park.
Yeah, the Moonlight Cinema at the Botanic Gardens. Yeah. They're great as well. You went to one?
Yeah, I went to one.
Okay, your mum went?
Yep.
Christmas? Alicia bought you
that's
passes?
right.
You saw A Star is Born.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah, that's right.
It's great. I love it. All the bats come over like 8 o'clock when the sun goes down.
Shit on by the bats as they fly.
Well, there you go. So yes, Regular Man, we are a fan of drive-ins, and I hope they stick around longer.
Exactly right. We've only got one or two here. We've got one in Coburg and one in Sorrento, I think.
Yeah, because my friend Lockie, Dramana, it's the one at Dramana, because he's got a beach house down that way.
Yep.
And he used to sit on the roof because you could see the screen from his house, and it was just in distance to get the sound of the radio. So him and his dad would sit on the roof and watch a movie. watch the movie on the distance from the roof and have it tuned in on the radio.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Angel Perez.
Yeah, we'll do this one because he's been writing this in for a few weeks.
Okay. Angel Perez, do you not find interesting the current slate of Disney animated series?
Not too sure what he means, or she. Not too sure what they mean because I don't know. I think this is why maybe I haven't been putting it in the thing. But it has been written in for a few weeks.
What are the Disney animated? What are these?
Well, I was going to say a lot of them are like reboots of older things. I think maybe that's what he's saying. You've got they've just done a new Chip and Dale thing. There's a Mickey Mouse thing. They're doing new Goofy cartoons, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck's coming up. I think maybe it's like the question is, what do you think? It's a bit interesting.
Do you find them interesting? Yeah,
it is interesting because it's that nostalgia thing. They're like, fuck, let's take all these shows from the 80s and 90s and reboot them for the new generation, hook in the older people. Yes, I think it's very interesting what they're doing. Yeah, gets me excited, actually.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I've seen any of them, so I can't.
There you go.
Archie Moore.
Yes.
Any filmmaking or animation book recommendations?
Yeah.
I'm starting up my collection and have just bought The Illusion of Life.
Yeah. Great book by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson, who were two of Walt's 9 Old Men.
Right, okay.
That is like the ultimate, that's like the animation Bible, The Illusion of Life. So, yeah, that's a great place to start. I would say there's a book called The Art of Walt Disney. I think it's out of print at the moment, but it comes back into print kind of maybe every 10 or 15 years. If you get your hands on that one, grab that one. Don Hahn did a really terrific series called, I think, Drawn to Life. Of course, old Disney produced a lot of the, what do you call it, Renaissance era stuff. That's a really, really great textbooks. I don't know, I think that's a good place to start. In terms of filmmaking, I'd have to look through my collection. I've got so many, but the Disney ones. There's a series called the Disney Archives Collection, which is, it's mostly just artwork, old concept art and character pieces and stuff. They're fantastic. And Didier Gez's They Do As They Please series.
Yeah, that's right.
They're probably my favourites. So that's...
But that's the whole series of Disney ones, haven't you?
The Didier Gez ones?
No. The what are they called? Like
the Archive Collection.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's that whole...
Yeah. There was like
four
series,
of them. 4 or 5.
And then Didier did 6 books in his series. I'd start there. Absolutely. Take this one from Kyle, because that was one I missed out on last week.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Kyle Brebner wants to know, hi Dave.
Hi Kyle.
Do you have any tips to amass a large physical media collection like you have?
It's a question we get a lot.
Yes.
The easy thing to say is never pay full price for anything.
No, never.
Wait for specials, sales. Whether you're, I'm not sure where Kyle is, whether he's in Australia or the US, there's always sales no matter where you are.
Yep.
You get a Blu-ray for $5, $10.
Yep.
Never buy anything at full price. Why pay $30 for something when you could get like 6 for the same price?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
You know, down the line. Just wait a little bit. The problem back in the day was like, oh, you got to buy it while you can. But stuff sticks around for so long.
Exactly.
And stuff goes on special like 2 months after it's released. So just hold out, just wait, buy it on special, and just do it over time.
Don't try and do it all at once, because you'll never ever do it. You'll never afford to do it.
Yeah.
So our collection has been amassed over many 15 years or something, maybe more, you know. Or particularly like Blu-ray, how long Blu-ray's been around? However long they've
11,
been
12
around.
years,
This is when we started collecting Blu-ray.
Really,
but we had DVDs before that. And we're lucky here in Australia where we've got JB, and they will do they'll do specials where they'll have, well, they used to do things like 2 for $20 and 2 for $30.
Yeah, we'll still do.
And then often while they have that 2 for $20 or 2 for $30, they'll have 20% off.
Yeah.
So you'll get 2 for, $14 or
$3 or
whatever
$4 each sometimes. You know?
Yeah. So always, if you don't mind seeing things a bit later, and don't go out and there are some things you'll buy full price for, and we do as well,
occasionally,
but not that often. And there's stuff we'll think, oh no, well, that'll be on special in 2-3 months' time, so we'll just wait and get it when it's cheaper.
Put it on the list, and then when it comes out, just do it. What was I going to say?
Both of us have lists on our phones when we go shopping. Oh, I'll check this, you check that, sort of thing.
So anyway, what was I going to say? Actually, JB, if you are in Australia, I'm not sure where Kyle is, but if you are in Australia, JB, we used to, every time they did one of these 2 for $30 or whatever, we'd rush out like the first day, buy it up. And then we found that 2 or 3 weeks later, they would always do one of those 20 or 30% off sales.
Yep.
So we just hold off now and just save a little bit extra. And we just wait for that 20, 30% off. You're always going to get what you want. Go in and
even if they don't do that 20 or 30% off and you've missed out, well, you're not going to miss out long because they'll do another one in a couple of months' time.
Exactly.
So,
let's take maybe just one more.
Which one do you want?
Well, what's that?
That one?
That's an easy one.
T-Doz and Cherry.
Yeah.
T-Doz. Yeah. T-Doz and Cherry. Is the new Oswald the Lucky Rabbit series actually coming to Disney Plus?
No. I don't know. There's no word on it. There's been rumours for ages. People are like, Oswald's coming. I get this all the time. When's the Oswald series coming? It's not. There's never announced. There's been like a rumour for years that they're doing an Oswald the Rabbit series. Never even spoke about it officially. Never happened. So no. Until some kind of word comes out. Yeah.
Exactly. I want to just do that one there quickly.
Yeah.
Blankness.
Yeah.
What is the next movie you have not seen in a long time but you want to see again?
Yeah, easy. Well, you go.
For you it was easy. I know what yours was.
What's that?
Me, I want to watch Amadeus again. I haven't seen it for ages. I don't know if I've ever watched it.
Well, it's coming
in this room.
No, I think you have because you watched it when I was overseas. Because I went and saw it at the Royal Albert Hall with a concert theatre, and I'm pretty sure you got jealous, so you watched it at home.
Maybe that Apocalypse Now.
You watched that last year as well.
And Private Ryan.
Yeah, Private Ryan's one I haven't watched for a little while. I've got the 4K. I haven't watched 4K yet. But Amadeus is going to say is out on 4K at the beginning of next year or late this year. So just hold off a couple of months.
Hold off.
Yeah. What was my one? Were you going to say?
Troy.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my answer, yeah. I will have to watch it again because it's great. Let's get, just last, our pal Walter Saucer has written in again. Let's do this and close it out.
Walter, g'day, buddy.
Yeah.
Have you seen, here we go.
Here we go.
He wants to know whether we've seen some movies.
Yes.
Have you seen movies like Cinderella Man?
Yes.
Mona Lisa Smile?
Yes.
High Noon?
Yes.
Cabaret?
Yes. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
Cabaret?
Yeah, for sure.
Who's that with? Liza Minnelli?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think I've seen it. Yep.
Midnight Cowboy?
Yes.
Midnight Express?
No, it's not one. It's one I haven't seen yet.
I don't know. Oh, I have seen that, yes.
Yep.
The Colour of Money?
Yes.
The Hurricane?
Yes.
Patton?
No, I never watched
Excellent
that
film.
Never watched
you got to watch that. French action movie called Nikita?
Yes.
The Player?
Yeah, no.
I don't know that one.
It's got Tim Robbins, I think. It's one that they study in school a lot, but I've never watched it.
Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
Yes.
Of course. Magnolia?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
sorry.
well,
yes. Yes, I've seen Magnolia. Yes.
That Thing You Do?
No, I haven't watched this. I've been waiting to get this, but it's on Disney Plus. It's got Tom Hanks. I want to watch it. Yeah.
Clueless?
Yes.
Charlie Wilson's War?
Yes.
Carlito's Way?
Yes.
Monster?
Yes.
Freaky Friday?
Yeah, both versions.
Patriots Day?
Yeah.
Quiz Show?
No, not yet, but it's in my collection.
Who's that
I'm going to watch it. John Turturro and I can't remember who else is in it. Robert Redford directed it, I think. It's an old Disney one. It's a Touchstone thing. Apparently it's terrific. Like really
John
good.
Turturro. Got to watch it.
Yeah.
Coach Carter?
Yes.
Crank 1 and 2?
Yes.
Omen?
No, I've never watched The Omen.
Yes, I have. Mm-hmm. Days of Thunder?
Yeah.
Seabiscuit?
No, I
don't think we have.
No, I don't think so. No.
The Fault in Our Stars?
Yeah.
High Fidelity?
Yeah.
Jennifer Body?
Well, Jennifer's Body, I think he means.
Jennifer's Body?
No, I haven't watched it.
Darjeeling Limited?
Yeah, terrific.
Super Troopers?
Yeah, years ago.
Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
Original Pet Cemetery?
No.
Judas and the Black Messiah?
Yes.
Hero?
No. Got it.
Brazil?
No, got it. Got to watch it.
Constant Gardener?
Yeah, I think watch it when it first came out.
Stranger Than Fiction?
Yes.
Hakiko?
No, I don't think so. No.
The Patriot?
Yes.
Which is, it's Patriot's Day. Man on Fire?
Yeah.
Milk?
Yeah.
Milk's a great film.
Yeah.
Kinsey?
Yep.
Beasts of the Southern Wild?
Yep.
Last of the Mohicans?
Yes.
Atonement?
I don't think so. Well, maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
We have.
Maybe.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, I think so.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Sully.
Yeah.
Hairspray.
Yeah. No, maybe not. I don't think. Oh, maybe. I don't know. It wasn't great.
Transporter 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Transporter? No, I'm thinking of that other one.
What other one?
What's it called? Swords and your mother loved it when it originally came out.
Oh, Highlander.
Awful.
Yeah. Transporter.
Oh, terrible. Yeah. Wall Street.
Yes.
Vanilla Sky Hancock. Vanilla Sky.
Yes.
Vanilla Sky.
Yes.
Hancock.
Yes.
Get Shorty.
Yes.
Lord of War.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
A Beautiful Mind.
Yes.
And Avatar.
James Cameron's Avatar.
Well, what's the difference?
There's an anime called Avatar. The Last Airbender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And yes. What a way to close out.
Sleep after that, Walter.
I know. Sorry, Walter. Maybe a bit too many this week. He actually did say, because we asked him a few weeks ago, how do you figure it out? He's like, yeah, sometimes just look at the movies that are on my shelf or think of movies that I like.
Fair enough.
So there you go.
Yeah,
thanks for writing in, Walter. Thanks to everyone else for writing in. Thanks to everyone who sent in All right. Yeah, Shite all right. Thanks everyone for sending in. And thanks everybody out there for listening. Of course, the podcast goes out every single Monday on all the podcasting platforms, including Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, and Audible. The visual element is also available to view on YouTube on the Monday. But it goes out 2 days early to Patreon supporters. You can head over to patreon.com/Dave Down Under. Get your access for as little as $1 a month. Cheap. Video podcasts are on the second channel. You can head over to that. That's linked in the description. If you're there watching, please hit the subscribe button. View as much of it as you like as you can, because we've got to get the watch hours, all that shit up.
And don't sit there and leave it running without watching.
Don't do that. I can't tell you to do that. If you want to run in the show, you can tune in at daveleepod@gmail.com. If you're listening on the podcast platform, please leave a review.
Only good ones.
It helps.
Because we'll hunt you down.
Yeah. YouTube preview. Over the last couple of weeks, I've dropped my Space Jam 2. I've just dropped my Space Jam 2 deleted scenes video. I hope, because I plan on working on that on Saturday and getting it done. So I hope that's gone up. It's a couple of weeks back, I did my Easter egg breakdown for Space Jam. We did the Lola Bunny cartoon evolution and a voice evolution. All those videos are doing fucking terrifically. Really so thank you for watching. Really huge growth at the moment with subscribers and everything.
Getting towards 100,000.
We're nearly there.
And that play button.
I know. I'm so excited. Thank you everyone out there who's watching. If there's anyone new out there listening, fantastic. Thank you so much. You're all awesome. Of course, lots of cartoon news went out last week as well. This thing about the new Goofy cartoons, the new live action fucking Pokemon thing that's in the works at Netflix, some shit about the new Chip and Dale show, the Jungle Cruise reviews out there. This coming week, hopefully I'm going to get those Speedy and Taz voice evolutions out. I wanted to get them out last week, but this deleted scenes video has taken precedence over that. I'm going to have a review for the Suicide Squad. We're seeing that on Tuesday.
Yes.
I think I can get that out whenever, Wednesday. I think maybe. I don't know, but it'll be out this week. And the next evolution I'm working on, that should be just around the corner because it's written. I just need to make the bloody video. Mm-hmm. That's it. Okay, so that's the show. Thanks for listening. It's been a long one today.
Apologise for the length of it.
I do apologise for the length today. Thank you for all, mate Rick, for joining me again.
Thanks for having me again, Dave.
And thanks to everybody out there for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure to entertain and whatever else.
Piss you off.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Stay safe and keep away from the pandemic.
Yeah. Take it easy. See you later.
See you guys.